We're at 620. No, nope, nope, nope. The one next to it, yeah.
Check, check.
Man, they're rocking out, man.
I can hear you there, yeah.
Okay. Talk.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, you can hear me, but I can't find you. Are you on? Let me do it again.
Check 1, 2.
Just unplug the other one and hold up. Yeah, there it is. Finally, it came up. We're not red. It's not buffering.
Yep.
Yeah, now we're red. We're good.
Are you guys wired into the coaches over there?
Sorry, sir.
Are you guys wired into the coaches?
No, we have no idea what's going on. I apologize. They don't want us listening to them anyway. How do I sound? Does that sound muffled?
Check 1, 2.
Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. See, it keeps going on.
Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats! Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today, 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain & Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Have a pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems. Spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat athletes.
Let's turn this back.
You want to take them into the So, we got this little bit.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success, brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211. For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC. Christy Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
Hey, it's Chris here. The Cashion Wildcats have a legacy of success. Hard work and being prepared is how that legacy is protected. Home, auto, business, or life, the agents at Gibson Legacy Insurance will do the hard work to make sure you are prepared and your legacy is protected. Call or text me today at 405-283-3947 for your free insurance quotes. Go Wildcats!
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape. At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today. 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
Got another AC in the back.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to another great night of Cashion Wildcat football here on Cashion Wildcat Television. I'm Neiman Abavi. Joining me in the booth is my man, the greatest color guy in the entire state, the entire universe. He's going to bring you insurance, but tonight he's going to be bringing you some color. It's my man, Chris Gibson. Chris, happy Friday, my friend.
Hey, it is Friday, and we're playing football. Can't beat that.
That's exactly right. On the way up, we were talking about a bunch of different states who don't even have this possibility. The Big Ten. We got colleges that aren't playing, but thank the Lord for all of our blessings that we're out here playing high school football, and we're here in beautiful Minco, Oklahoma. Great location here. Great folks out here. They gave us a spot in the press box, Chris. I mean, that's A+ for me already.
Gotta love it.
So we're here as your, I guess we'll go with the Oklahomans, the second-ranked Class 2A Cashion Wildcats, 2-0, coming off a big win against 2A Perry last week. They certainly are looking to go to 3-0 against the Minco Wildcats. And, Minco was in district the last couple of years. They're out of district again this year, but I know these two teams have got to know each other pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last year was the big game to decide the district championship. It was in Cashion. Cashion came away with that win, and one of Minco's better players, one of the better players in the state in Class A, got hurt, and so they didn't make it as far along in the playoffs as they would have liked. But man, it's awesome that we were able to meet back up and get another matchup in the preseason, because it's great to have another successful school to go against.
Absolutely, and I know when we were talking about that 4-game gauntlet against Rejoice Christian, Perry, as well as Thomas, we know Minco was going to be a part of that. It was really going to test the Cashion Wildcats. Before we break down today's game, let's just do a quick recap from last week. If you want to take a good, we'll go ahead and pull this over. Last week was a big win for the Cashion Wildcats against Perry, the Maroons. They came to town for Cashion's home game opener of the season. A big winner, 49-13. Poured it on both sides. 553 total yards of offense, 363 in the air from Ben Harmon, another 190 on the ground, and really the 13 points scored by Perry were kind of in mop-up time against the JV. So we know that Tony Wood was probably upset, lost that shutout, but certainly a learning opportunity for the younger freshman boys to kind of get some varsity game action. Anything stand out to you from last week's game?
Last week was that second quarter.
Yeah.
When they scored 5 touchdowns, and when you really saw what this team is capable of when they get the ball rolling and finish when they get in the red zone. And, man, last week, that second quarter, if that's any indication of where the Wildcats could be at the end of this season or at any point, if they get that ball rolling and be consistent like they were in that second quarter, how dangerous of a team they could be.
Yeah, so a big night for Ben Harmon, junior quarterback, 14 for 26, not from a percentage standpoint. He's definitely had better nights, but put up monster numbers with 363 yards in the air, 5 touchdowns to just 1 interception. That lone interception was in the corner of the end zone to Lagasse. I think we remember that one. Caden Harrell, another 3-digit night, 126 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Brexton Green, monster game. He wasn't recognized by a lot of outlets for being player of the week. Comparing his numbers to a lot of other folks, I guess maybe they just like Brexton too much. Maybe they figure we'll just save him for later. But almost 200 yards receiving. This is not including what he did on the ground. 4 total touchdowns, basically in 2.5 quarters of play. I would say it was definitely a nice night for the junior.
Yeah, that's a nice 2 or 3 nights for most kids. So I mean, yeah, to say that he wasn't recognized on some of that stuff, but it's one of those things where he keeps putting those numbers up.
Yeah.
The rest will take care of itself.
Absolutely. And so on the defensive side, can't forget Jacob Farrow. 8 total tackles, led the team. Had another interception. Again, just doing a great job from the outside linebacker position. So if we think about one or two key takeaways for Coach Shack and the group going into this game against Minco. Chris, what would that be? Not focusing on Minco, but just as you close down the Perry game and you're transitioning to Minco week, what would be that one thing that maybe you wanted to look at?
Well, just say we got to work on being consistent. And every year it's like that. Last year was the same way at the first of the year. You want to get rid of those mistakes. Quit making mistakes. We fumbled the ball a few times on a pitch. We had a bad snap over our head. Those little things, that's what you want to clean up in this preseason games. Yep. And when you're going against good teams, and if you can clean them up against the good teams, and help you get rolling into your district, that's what Coach really probably wants to focus on right now, is just cleaning things up and have a good, solid game from beginning to end.
That's a great breakdown. I know you've got more in terms of the Minco Bulldogs. We really appreciate you joining us. We have a ton of new sponsors. I mean, it's been amazing in terms of what we've seen with our growth here at CWTV. Want to thank all of our sponsors. We've ballooned up to 15 sponsors doing all sorts of stuff. You'll see their ads running. We've got the Community State Baked scoreboard. Take a look there in the bottom left corner. That's fantastic. We really appreciate those folks out there. Leah Harmon, Chad Tishner, Sarah Smith, Shauna Suntkin. We got a lot of folks out there. We definitely love KSB, as they've also sponsored the kickoff kit as well at home games. So we'll go to a quick timeout. We'll make sure and pay the bills, and I'll be right back here from Minco, Oklahoma, where it's Cashion taking on the Minco Wildcats here in Week 2 action in high school football.
Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats! Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today, 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcat Television here live from Minco, Oklahoma, where your Cashion Wildcats, number 2 ranked in Class 2A, will be taking on the Minco Wildcats. It's going to be a good one. I'm joined here in the booth with my friend and my partner, Chris Gibson. So, Chris, we broke down last week a little bit. We've got the Minco Wildcats. They've graduated a ton, right? But definitely kind of give us the kind of the lowdown on the Minco Wildcats and what to expect tonight.
Yeah, experience on the offense and defensive lines is going to be the story for the Minco Bulldogs in 2020. They have some very experienced, and not to mention big boys up front. That coupled with being coached by Brock Wardlaw and crew, some of the most successful coaches in Class A, the Minco Bulldogs will be a team that'll have a chance to compete and have a chance to go deep into the playoffs again this year. If you remember back to last year's game with Minco, they had a lot of senior leadership at all the skill positions. This year, their leadership is in the trenches with some of the young and up-and-coming talent at quarterback, and they have a few senior leaders at their wide receiver position too, but that main focus is going to be that offense and defensive line. I'm expecting the Bulldogs to try to establish a run game with us, with their big offensive line, and then let their young sophomore and maybe freshman
Freshman,
quarterback try to sneak in a pass down the field as the game goes on. Look for them to line up in a 2x2, a 3x1 set, spread us out, and try to get their big blockers out in front of our some of the screen passes and draw plays. Defensively, their strength will be, they have that 4-3 defense. Their strength is going to be on the edges. They have some senior leadership at the defensive ends, and they're going to really try to use their speed and get to the quarterback and rush Ben tonight. As far as the team goes, like you said, they lost some kids, but they're still got the experience and the mentality and the culture here in Minco to be
culture.
good.
I think is the key word,
Yes.
right? I mean, they've never shied away from anything. They certainly they compete in a lot of different sports. So I know that whether they're newer boys that are stepping up now or whatever the case may be, it's kind of what you'd expect at Cashion as well. Next man up.
Yep. Okay, offensively, players to watch for Minco. Offensively, watch out for number 3, senior Jackson Overton. He is a quick, athletic kid that will make you pay if you're not covering your responsibilities. Make sure tackles on him, because if he gets loose, he's got a chance for a big play about every time he touches the ball. Also, like I said, watch the big boys up front. Number 55, Orlando Vasquez. 65, Aiden Howery. Number 74, Cassius Birchfield. They're all seniors. They're all strong. They're all big, and they're going to be physical this whole game. Defensively, number 33, senior Lance Littlejohn is one of the defensive ends I was talking about that we're going to have to keep an eye on. I think he had 92 tackles last year with 8 sacks. He'll definitely test our young guys up front, and that's going to be one thing to watch tonight is their experience in the trenches and our inexperience, and see how our younger kids match up and go against those older kids. So that's pretty much I have the kids we really need to focus on are those boys right there. That other defensive end is going to be a kid to watch, but Lance Littlejohn is that kid on the defense that's going to be in every play.
Yeah, in addition to that, I've just taken a look at film from, again, you mentioned Orlando Vasquez on both lines, middle linebacker, number 55. I also kind of targeted Aiden Howery. For them, 65 defensive tackle. Again, he's on the line as well. Big kid, 6'2", 280. So, Coach Wardlaw, and before I go on any further, I got to give Eric Williams a big shout out. It is the Minco Bulldogs. I'm surprised somebody next door didn't come over here.
What did I say?
I said Wildcats. I said it twice, in fact, I think. I had it written down wrong on my sheet, just went with it. Oh, well, so it happens. But that's why we love our –
We're all Wildcats at heart, right?
Yeah, everyone would want to be a Wildcat. That's exactly right. Now, a big shout-out to all our folks. But, yeah, I think it's a great breakdown, as usual, Chris. That's why you're the best in the industry and best in the biz out here for us, and certainly appreciate that. We're going to go ahead. We've got, it looks like about 17:20. We'll probably have National Anthem in a little bit. We're going to cut back to commercial. Again, give credit to all of our awesome sponsors, and we'll certainly come back and kind of break down the Cashion side of things, as well as do some predictions and maybe do some general introductions around, again, our referees and everything else. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. We're thankful. We've got internet action. We're covered in a press box. We got a little AC behind us. It's a good day, man. It's a good day. So hang tight with us as we come right back here on Cashion Wildcat Television, live from Minco, Oklahoma.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Have a pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems: spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat athletes.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211. For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC. Christy Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
All right, so welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma. It's Cashion Wildcat TV Football Friday. My man Chris Gibson joining me. Neiman and Bobby, thanks so much for joining us. Chris, before we jump into a little bit of football, let's do a couple things. We had over 5,000 people watching the Perry game, a home game. That the weather was nice. It's crazy. We've got people from all over watching. We're super thrilled and we're super excited that you guys are spending your evening with us, supporting Cashion Athletics, and we're thrilled, and we're going to try our best to help you out. But that's awesome. And with that, we've actually had a slew of new sponsors, including yourself, Chris. Right?
That's right.
You want a little plug for yourself while we're at it?
Hey, I'm just here and enjoying myself.
I'll do it. So, is it Gibson Legacy?
That's right.
Gibson Legacy Insurance. Yeah. So Chris does a great job, obviously, here for us and supporting us on Cashion Wildcat TV with football and basketball, and we're super proud to have him as a sponsor as well. You probably saw his awesome commercial with his beautiful family. Does great work, and I think he's going to be doing a tailgate next week. You don't have to say it, but I'm going to. So I'm going to come by and get sandwich. But certainly will, since it will be the Squirtle game of the week, Chris and I will have the week that Friday off, in essence, to be fans.
Maybe a pregame show or something.
Maybe, yeah, that's right. You mentioned that. Yeah, maybe we do a pregame show. Maybe catch the wireless, and maybe we'll do our own thing. Maybe the Squirrel folks will allow us to do that. But again, can't do this without our awesome sponsors: Shape Up Fitness with Amber Lee, Gateway Realty, Anita and Kelly, Grain and Grades with our man Todd Miller, and I'll keep saying it, the face for radio. Rural Pest Solutions, Jesse McCracken, Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics, Coffee Creek Church, Maple Nixon Diesel Horse, Cashion All Sports, all the great family and friends in the Cashion community, Pioneer out of Kingfisher, Gibson Legacy Insurance, Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree. We love Earl Ogletree. He's got a big-time law practice downtown. The guy's super sharp. He wears boots to games, but the guy, he lawyers up. He's got his suit on, ready to go. Community State Bank, who's going to be our sponsor on the scoreboard. Remember Chad and Leah and Sarah and Shauna out there at Community State Bank. Intrust Insurance Agency, Blue Ribbon Construction, that's Mike and Brett Shaddix. We've got Absolute Pools and Landscaping, that's Marcus Jerry. We know Mrs. Jerry, right? So they do a great job. You've seen their commercials. Christy Perry, attorney at law, so we appreciate you, Christy. And then Water Heater Man, Daryl Farrow, who's all over the place, but certainly sponsoring and supporting Cashion Athletics. So let's go ahead and go back to our live feed. Looks like we've got a little smoke action going on. I don't know if the team's out there or not, but we got the camera painted over there. But so as we think about tonight's game, if we think about the Cashion Wildcats, we kind of highlighted kind of where we're at. If we go back and just take a look at some of the year-to-date or kind of season totals, three names that pop out that shouldn't surprise you. Quarterback Ben Harmon, Brexton Green at wide receiver, senior, and senior running back Caden Harrell. I mean, monster numbers. Harmon throwing for 65%, 611, already has 8 touchdowns to 1 interception on the season. QBR rating of 241. Brexton Green, as we mentioned, has almost half of the team's offense. Again, 334 yards. He's averaging 24 yards per catch. That's ridiculous.
That right there is give him the ball and we're going to get 20 yards. I mean, to have a kid like that with those skills, and I think I pulled it up earlier on some of the stats Lane sent us. He has 491 all-purpose yards in 2 games.
So that includes rushing and everything. He's got 7 total touchdowns. So he's having a phenomenal start to the season, his senior campaign. And of course, Caden Harrell. I mean, we can never forget the Moose. The kid is unbelievable. He's got 208 yards. He's averaging 100 yards, and that's basically in 2 or 3 quarters a game. We're closing up shop and doing it. He's almost averaging a first down on every carry, almost 9 yards a carry, 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving. So certainly, those are some key players for us on the defensive side. If you take a look at kind of leading tacklers, again, not a surprise. Caden Harrell with 16 tackles. Right behind him is Jacob Farrow with 14, and then we got a bunch of juniors, and you got the one sophomore out there, Jackson Vandruff with 8 tackles on the season, a slew of tackle for losses out there and some turnovers. So outside of those guys, anybody else that we're missing in terms of who you'd like to look at and who'd like to watch here from the Cashion side?
Well, I don't see on that list right there is Maroney, and he may not have all the tackles, but that kid is right in the middle, sticking his nose in every single play and disrupting things in the backfield and giving opportunities to those linebackers to get in there and really make plays, and giving those chances for those defensive ends to make plays. Man, he's going to be a huge part of this defense all year long.
Absolutely. I love that guy on the inside. Joey Wilson comes in on the and Kyler George on the defensive end. We've seen him as well. And so it's certainly there's a lot of playmakers out there, and that's what you're going to have. So coming out in the field, it looks like we'll go ahead and cut over. Looks like we've got the team captains coming out. If you can notice, Cashion, it's a unique look tonight. Gold helmets, they're traditional gold helmets. White tops, definitely on the road with maroon lettering and some piping. Got the black pants on tonight, so I had to break out the black pants out for tonight. Captains tonight, senior Jacob Farrow, senior Kyler George, senior Brexton Green. I don't see Caden Harrell or Colton Southall. We may be only going with 3 captains tonight. I do know we saw Caden Harrell out there warming up, so that's not an issue there. But based on COVID rules, you can only have one come out the middle, so maybe they're just kind of rotating him around.
Colton's out there; he's just not dressed
out. I do see Colton. My bad. He's got his aviators on and his travel gear. Yeah, good for him. certainly we appreciate that. From the referee's perspective tonight, we've got a pretty good crew. We've got Peter Abernathy, Tracy Matley, Jeff Goss, Chris Park, and our back judge is Dustin Hayes. Coming out for the Minco Bulldogs, we've got number 74, senior left tackle Cassius Birchfield, 6'3", 210. He was out there with Brexton Green. And Minco in their all blues, navy tops, navy bottoms with white numerals and white helmet. Other captains are number 55, Orlando Vasquez, senior 5'8", 205. Number 3, do-it-all wide receiver Jackson Overton, senior 5'8", 155. And number 33, the man was highlighted earlier by Chris, and that's Lance Littlejohn, number 33. Lance, certainly a senior, 5'11", 190, running back D-end. So it looks like Minco has won the toss. We don't have the camera on them, but I'm just going to tell you. So they defer. It'll be up to Brexton Green, and my assumptions will be receiving the ball. So as Peter Abernathy, head ref, gets it together, he says Cashion will receive, and we'll be working here very soon. So, Chris, we've got about 5 minutes till kickoff. We'll have the national anthem. How about a prediction?
Yep. So I'm going to kind of go over a few keys of the game first for Cashion.
Perfect.
And then I'll throw in my prediction there. So the keys of the game for Cashion on the offensive side, I think the Cashions will need to be very disciplined tonight. Ben will need to have a big game for us really to be successful. He'll need to make quick decisions, decisive decisions, and put the ball in the right place to give our skill guys a chance to make plays. Defensively, the key will be to be physical. Our younger defensive line will get tested tonight against an experienced offensive line. Those young boys up front are strong and quick, and as long as they are getting into their gaps and competing, that should free up our linebacking core to make big plays all night long. So, with that said, I respect Minco and the fact that they're a successful group, but, man, our offense has been hitting on all cylinders. If we can get that going early and often, and then our defense is just so strong, I think we can really roll this Minco Bulldog team tonight. 42-13 is what I have the score at.
I like it. All right. Hey, you know what? You're on. Take the man to Vegas with you. If high school football had a line, Chris Gibson would be your guy. So, big score for the Cashion Wildcats. Good showing for the defense, and certainly looking forward to a good one. So, with that, looks like we've got about 3 minutes till kickoff. We'll go to a quick timeout and be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV with kickoff here Friday night from Minco, Oklahoma. All right. God bless America, and certainly on 9/11, certainly want to make sure that we are honoring not only our country.
On September 11, 2001, a terrorist attack claimed the lives of almost 3,000 Americans. Today, we remember the loss of so many and honor the brave citizens, service members, police officers, and firefighters who heroically responded in the face of terror. The spirit of of our people is the source of America's strength. And we go forward with trust in that spirit, confidence in our purpose, and faith in a loving God. Please join me in a moment of silence. Father, we thank you for this day that you have blessed us with, and we thank you for this opportunity that we have to come out and celebrate the game of football. We pray that we don't take that for granted. We pray that your hand tonight on the players to keep everyone safe, and we pray that we all exhibit sportsmanship and we all set a good example for those around us, and we cheer on our teams. We ask you to bless us, and it's through Jesus we pray. Amen.
All right. As we're offering up 9/11 a special day, right, Chris, in terms of what happened several years ago, but we'll never forget, and certainly support and continue to think about all those folks who were tragically impacted on that day several years ago. Looks like here we will be getting ready. Cashion will be receiving the kick on the north end, moving from left to right. I always liked fields that go north and south. That's always a good thing. And I want to give a quick shout out to our man Mark Parrott as well as Gage Beddick, who will be running the camera for us tonight. We will not have a sideline camera. We're having some camera difficulties. So we were hoping to bring that to you tonight, but that won't be the case. But nonetheless, it'll still be an awesome evening of viewing, football viewing. Kicking off for the Minco Bulldogs from the 40-yard line is number 22, Asher Kelly, senior, 5'10", 150. Deep for the Cashion Wildcats, not to be surprised, we've got Brexton Green, senior, as well as Mason Manning, junior wide receiver. Up backs include Jacob Farrow, Caden Harrell, Nick Nabavi, as well as Landon Lagasse. And with that, welcome to Cashion football. High onside. Camden Maroney falls right out. A nice work. The kid was a JV quarterback last year. We talked about him being an athlete. He said, hey, I get to touch the ball. And so with that, Cashion will take over right at the 45-yard line in great field position here to start off the night.
And the Wildcats take over on the 45-yard line.
Cashion 1st and 10. Usual lineup here. We've got trips up top, ace below, Mason Manning, Ben Harmon, quarterback shotgun, Caden Harrell in the Wildcat, or in the pistol. Snap, give to Harrell. It's a fake pass across the middle. Brexton Green across the middle, gets it on the slant. Quickly tackled, but not after a gain of about almost 9 yards there on first down. Tackled by Jackson Overton. We're going to hear that name quite a bit tonight. Number 3, playing safety for the Minco Bulldogs. Cashion sitting about 2nd and 2 here from the Minco 47. Same setup. Trips up top, ace below. Snap, low snap, screen out to Brexton Green. He's got the first down up the sideline. Great blocked up by Lagasse. He's got a chance. He bowls over Overton out of bounds for a huge gain for the senior. And just like that, racking up those yards after catch.
Yeah, you give that kid the ball out there with that much space to work and get him, up to speed. He's going to get down the field, and he doesn't average 20 yards a catch for nothing. And the Minco Bulldogs are going to have to get up on him, and when he gets the ball, at least make him make a move before he gets full speed.
So first down from the Minco 29 or so. Cashion double back set. Looks like we've got a timeout. Jackson Vandruff had come back in at tight end. We have a flag. What was the call?
False start.
Did you see it? Did we even set up?
I didn't see it, but that's what the man on the left, on the far side, called.
So we got some Thomas Terriers here in attendance. Double back set. Shotgun give to Harrell. Lead block Nabati. Seals off the end. Harrell's got a steam. Nice job there by number 12. Gage Law, quarterback, comes in from the safety spot, makes the tackle on Harrell. You don't necessarily see that quite a bit, and that's a loss for another 2 yards after the penalty.
That was a good job by him coming up and just putting his helmet in there and really bringing it to Caden and driving him back. Like you said, you don't see that happen very often. When Caden has the ball, he's usually pushing the other way. And give it up to number 12 there, Gage Law coming up and sticking his helmet in there and making a good solid hit.
Cashion now with Twins down below, ace up top, 2-back set with Brexton Green this time. Green with the ball to carry, and he's met right the line. Bulldogs are ready for the run game. Number 10, Hunter Malinex, the sophomore, comes out, and he makes the tackle.
And
Touching his, so bring up third down and long.
Yeah, watch up there in those trenches. Our front line, not one of those kids started last year, and I think they're all juniors. That defensive line of Minco is big boys. They're older, and they could bully those younger kids if they'll let them. And I think Coach Robinson and Shaq, they're going to get in those boys' ears and say, either toughen up or you're going to get bowled over all game long. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Shaq try to run the ball just to toughen those younger offensive line up and say, learn how to block big boys up front, because next week against Thomas, you're going to see that same size kids.
So with the penalty, Cashion gets that free 5 back. It's still third and long and about 12. Trips up top. Caden Harrell to the left of Harmon. Maybe gets almost another one. If it were me, Chris, I would just run away, just do exactly what we've been doing, and that's running those screens to the outside and getting the blockers on the outside to make the plays. Snap, fake, screen to Brexton Green, block out there by Manning. Hopefully no holding call. He doesn't get the holding call. He does get the holding call, and Brexton Green will be pushed out of bounds of a game at about 7 yards. This is a question time for the Minco Bulldogs. If they decline it, if Coach Wardlaw declines, it'll bring up fourth down at about 7, but he most likely will take that penalty and march it back and create an extra super long double sticks for the Cashion Wildcat offense.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to give Cashion a 3rd and 4, or 4th and 4, because that's, we average 6 yards of play, 7 yards of play. Move them back and make them get that double sticks, like you said.
So Cashion running through, feeling out the Minco defense. Minco definitely loading up to stop the run. Have had success throwing the ball early here. We've got Twins up top, Twins below. Caden Harrell to the right of Ben Harmon. Harmon in shotgun. Third down and actually more than that. Third down about 20-something. From right around the 39 of Minco. Probably looking to try to get half here with 9:50 left in the first quarter. Snap. Back to pass. Steps up, deep post. Looks like it's a toss-up. Brexton Green playing safety. Basically what would have been a deep punt, and almost if you would have liked to have had that kid catch it. But number 3, Jackson Overton, usually is their best wide receiver, usually going to catch it, playing free safety back there, had the interception. Brexton came down and knocked it loose, and it looks like that will bring up fourth down and quite a bit here for the Cashion Wildcats. Looks like Cashion will not punt. They're going to go ahead and go for it.
I hope Cashion takes advantage. Overton, I guess, got caught with no knee pads, and he had to come off the field.
Fade route to Lagasse. He's fighting off blockers. Comes down. No, and there's the penalty. And we've got the pass interference. Great job by Lagasse. Basically getting held straight down the sideline. Great call there by the back judge. We've actually had great officiating thus far. The back judge, Dustin Hayes, throws the flag, and that'll be an automatic first down for the. Well, yes, it should be a first down. Is it automatic? It may not be automatic. Actually, it's not. It'll be 15 yards.
15-yarder.
It'll be up fourth down, and let's see if it'll move it across. If it's spot, it will be. So it will be it'll be enough for first down as they mark it off right around the 1.5 yard line. So huge break. Great call by Coach Shackelford with the go route with Lagasse on the edge. I think. Yeah, they're going to bring it back.
It back. So I think that play right there, you're just going 15 yards from line of scrimmage.
So we're trading.
I would take the college rule or the NFL rule.
Right? Yeah. So I believe it'd still be fourth down. It'll be fourth and manageable, though, for the Cashion Wildcats. So the holding penalty was a big one. It's been negated with the pass interference call. The initial false start was negated by an offside. So we're sitting here basically net, nothing here. So fourth down at about 9 from, looks like about the 19-yard line. Doubles up on both sides. Shotgun snap. Harmon looked to his left. He'll throw across. He's got Brexton Green up high on the hitch. It was there. Green was asking for it, but it will fall off his fingertips, and with that fourth down, there will be turnover and downs, and it will be Minco taking over from the Cashion, or from the Minco, looks like the Minco 19-yard line.
And that's kind of what we talked about, last week. We had huge opportunities all first quarter to get in the end zone and really build a lead early on, and we couldn't do it. And that's the same thing. We get in the red zone and just fall on our face. I mean, we had penalty, holding, we had offsides, things like that slow a team down and really don't have the momentum going for us.
So handoff from Molinex to Gage Law, met quickly by Brexton Green as well as Nick Nabavi in the hole for a loss. He fumbles it. They do count the fumble. Quarterback Hunter Molinex luckily falls on it, and he gets hit immediately by Mason Manning. And so with all of that, it'll only be about a 2-yard loss, and I'll bring up second down and about 12 from right around the 15-yard line. So for the Minco Bulldogs, you'll see them with a offset or an unbalanced line. And we have offsides by Maroney. So they'll get that 5 yards there that basically lost, and not a pretty first quarter for the Cashion Wildcats from a penalty perspective and just an overall play. One big play by Brexton Green, and that's basically it. So with the mark off, it'll get it across the double stick. It'll still be second down right from the 20. Second down about 7 or 8 for the Minco Bulldogs. Hunter Molinex, sophomore, 5'8", 165. In the backfield is number 33, Lance Littlejohn. Snap, give to Littlejohn. He'll keep for Molinex. He'll throw it out to the wing and he's met quickly. Who was that out there in coverage? Was that Manning? Or that's Ben Harmon. Ben Harmon, safety, junior out there on number 3, Jackson Overton, and that'll be a gain of about 1 or 2. It'll bring it up about third down and about 6.
Yeah, that time that quarterback just faked it, getting a little play action, and then sprint out and then just tried to get on that edge. But the speed we have on the edges and at the cornerback positions and on those outside linebackers, it's going to be hard for them to get on an edge.
Molinex in shotgun. Looking for the offsides. They don't get it. H-back, 44, Keenan Mullings in there to block. Number 33, Lance Littlejohn, running back with Molinex. Snap, Molinex back to pass. He's looking down the sideline. It's going to go across the middle. Finds number 3, breaks a tackle. Good job there by Jackson Overton in double coverage with the catch. Nick Nabavi on the tackle. We do have a penalty. It'll be holding. We were wondering why Molinex had so much time to throw the pass, and now we know why.
Yeah, pretty much Maroney went right through there, and the kid just tackled him right to the ground, and right in front of that official back there. And
Peter
sure enough, they're
Abernathy.
going to catch that every time.
So, again, kudos to the officiating crew. They've been spot on, both sides. So, big holding calls for both teams have kind of slowed down. I don't know if you want to call it jitters. I don't think there's jitters. This is, the second game for Minco, the third game for Cashion. Certainly just feeling it out. So with 8 minutes left here in the first quarter, it's been slow going, and the mark-off with the penalty will still keep it at third down, but it'll be double sticks now, third and about 15 or 16 from right around the 15-yard line. Actually, it looks like about the 12 or 13-yard line. Shotgun Molinex, blitz showing from Cashion. Do we have another offsides Cashion?
And they're going to do that all night if we keep jumping off like that. Boys have got to get to look at the ball. Do not go until the ball moves. Last year, I remember Minco tried that numerous times, and we were pretty prepared for it last year. This year, the boys are they're on edge, trying to get going against that big offensive line, and they've got caught twice so far.
So that'll bring up third down and about 10 now. Molinex back to pass. He's looking to his swing pass out. Manning in coverage is there immediately and drops him. Great job in open field against number 33, Lance Littlejohn. And that's will be a tackle for loss. Great job by Manning there on the coverage.
Yeah, Manning's just a quick kid out there that whenever he's kind of eyeballing him out there, and as soon as that ball gets out there, I mean, he's on him and making sure tackles. It just swallows him up. At first, you're thinking, don't make that first move and make a miss because there was nobody really behind him. But, man, Mason Manning is such a good, sure tackler, and it's such a great place for him out there on that edge because he's so quick too.
Fourth down punt, rushes on. Keenan Mullings Sr. punts it away. Brexton Green will leave it alone, and that will roll. Big, huge Minco roll all the way down to the Cashion 44-yard line. Well, they'll take over with 7:10 left here in the first quarter. Outside of one play, I got to say it's actually going Minco's way. I mean, I got to be honest with you in terms of when the penalties have happened, how they've happened. That huge putt there that gets Minco out of a hole and gets it out across the 50 on a huge roll. So Cashion taking over second possession of the night. 7-10 here in the first quarter. Double back set. Nabavi joining Caden Harrell. Jackson Vandruff in the H-back. Ace up top and below. Snap, give to Harrell, fake. Harmon back to pass. He rolls to his right, looking to pass. Sees Legas open at the 40. Big block from Manning. Cuts it back out. Take care of that ball, Legas. Huge play. Nice crossing route by Legas all the way down to the Minco 29-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Ben Harmon right there. He felt that pressure. He's kind of moved up in the pocket. Then he just moved out to his right and kept his head up and looking down the field. And Legas did a great job of carrying that crossing route all the way across the field. Ben looked up, hit him. Big game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is where if they're going to try to stop the run, you're just going to have to pass, right? So first down and 10 from just inside the 30-yard line. Brexton Green now at running back. We've got double tight end set for the Cashion. Well, actually, no, we've got a bunch formation on the left here. Pistol formation. Harmon with snap. Pitch out to Harmon, or to Brexton Green. Nice block out there on the edge. Try to cut out. He does find a lane out to the 20. We do have a holding call there. Is that Manning again?
That was Manning.
So, nice little pitch there. I don't know what Manning's supposed to do unless he had his hands on the outside and didn't let go. But that'll be another big holding call. It'll be a march back. It was behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll be definitely double digits here on the mark off. And that's going to bring up first down and super long here for the Cashion Wildcats.
And that's a hard block to make right there where the guy's running kind of behind you and you're driving a guy, and as he cuts, the defender changes direction, and if you have any kind of part of that jersey and an official sees that jersey pull, they're going to call it 90% of the time.
So first down and 20 for the Cashion Wildcats on the 40-yard line of Minco. 1 step forward, 3 steps back for the Cashion Wildcats thus far this first quarter. Trips down below, give to Caden Harrell. He'll look up the middle. He's dancing, has a room, has a lane, moves forward, gets about 3 or 4 yards. Nice positive gain there for the senior. And I'll bring up second down and about 16.
Yeah, big Aiden Howery there right in the middle. We had good initial contact in a little hole, but, man, he's so big and powerful. He kind of sloughed off that blocker and got around Caden's legs and brought him down.
Taking out about 16 here. 6-11, first quarter action. 0-0 here. Harmon snap, fake. He'll look to pass. Slant to Manning. He catches it. Immediately met by the safety. But that looks like he'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage. About a 6-yard gain there for Manning from Ben Harmon, and that will bring up third down and about 10.
Yeah, nice pass play there, and that's gonna how we're gonna be successful tonight is Ben Harmon, and I said that in the keys of the game is he's gonna have to make quick decisions. That was a great decision, quick decision whenever he saw Mason Manning open there and hit him in stride.
Harrell with the run, looks left side, bowls forward. Looks like they're going to give him about 3 yards on that. That'll bring up down fourth down and about 7. 5:22 left here. Looks like Cashion will have the ball fourth down right around the 26-yard line of Minco.
Yeah, that run right there was just a strong run by Caden. The kid was kind of in the backfield there, and Caden just bowled him over and went to that next defender and pushed him forward too. And as the game goes on, these kids keep hitting Caden Harrell. He's going to start pushing them. He's so strong and so athletic. Let's watch how he gets better as the game goes on.
Fourth down play. This time they find Brexton Green, and that's enough for a first down. So, hey, you know what? If it didn't work the first time he was open, let's go at it again. They hit that dig or that hitch deep there for a first down. Great job for Brexton fighting the sticks, and great ball. Harmon just put it on the money, and that's good for a Cashion Wildcat first down here with 4:47 left in the first quarter.
Another good decision by Ben. Just a quick look up, find that open receiver, make a good solid throw, and hit them in the numbers, and let those skill guys, do their job and make big plays.
So Brexton Green with another big catch brings up first down and 10 from the 14. Snap, give that Caden Harrell left side. He's got a hole. He looks to his left side, curls it, keeps going. If he's still on his feet, looks like he's brought down, but that'll be after a gain of about 11 or 12 and another Cashion first down. First down and goal for the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, and there it is again. You know, last week and against Rejoice, where do we have our most success running the football was on that left side. And there again, we had a little crease. Caden hit it hard, and, man, he drags kids whenever he gets the ball and gets ahead of steam.
Yeah, kudos to Kyler George and Nick Nabavi on that left side edge, sealing it off. First down and goal. Harrell up the middle. He'll cut back up right, looking for a seam. Is he across? It is! Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats! First score of the night, 3:58 left in the first quarter. Wildcats find the end zone.
There it is, left side. He kind of made that cut back to make it into the end zone, but we get down there, 2-3 yards to go to that end zone. We give the ball to Caden Harrell. He's going to find the end zone a lot of the time. Great job by the boys up front to give him that little space to get him in the end zone. That time, you know, we had a little setback, but getting that red zone, getting the end zone, that's the goal, and they got in there that time.
So Minco successfully cuts through. Very little pressure there on the block. It had two guys in there. Lance Christensen had no chance on that particular place kick, and so the extra point fails, and it's still 6-0, 6-0. And I think they're asking that. I don't think you can jump over. Let's see what happened.
You can't run right over the center like that. That's illegal, and that's exactly what happened there, right up the middle like that. But they didn't call it.
Didn't call it. So with that, Cashion will be kicking off, but you know, the scoring drive, it took a couple possessions, but they were able to get in, and with that, it's Cashion 6, Minco 0. We'll go to quick timeout commercial. Be right back real quick for the kickoff.
Hey, it's Chris here. The Cashion Wildcats have a legacy of success. Hard work and being prepared is how that legacy is protected. Home, auto, business, or life, the agents at Gibson Legacy Insurance will do the hard work to make sure you are prepared and your legacy is protected. Call or text me today at 405-283-3947 for your free insurance quotes. Go Wildcats!
Absolutely.
All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma. Lights are on. Sun's going down. We're getting into fall, friend. That means getting darker sooner, colder weather. It's definitely cool out there. Folks are bundled up in their sweatshirts and blankets. I can already see out there. Of course, the Cashion sideline's absolutely packed. You know, we absolutely travel. But we also appreciate you all, those of you that couldn't make the game here, watching us here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle. It's where your Cashion Wildcats are up over the Minco Bulldogs, home team Bulldogs, 6-0. Here in the first quarter action, 3:58. Lance Christensen off to kick from the 40, moving from north to south, left to right. Kick is away, onside, a little low onside. That will go out of bounds. It does roll out of bounds. It looked like Minco will get it right around the 40-yard line. Hey, you know, Lance has been fantastic kicking off this year in the last two games, dropping dimes and putting the ball and spinning it. Certainly has been a great asset and weapon for the team thus far.
Well, if you look at that play right there, I mean, the ball kind of skipped up right on that sideline and almost stayed in bounds, and Max Brown was streaking down the sideline. If that would have kind of checked up a little bit more, Max was right there to jump on it.
So Cashion back out on D. The Minco offense looking to tie it up. They have the ball in their best field position at the 36-yard line, 35-36. First down and 10, 3:58 left here in the first quarter. Hunter Mullinex, sophomore, 5'8", 165 in the backfield, joined by number 44, H-back Keenan Mullings, senior. We've got trips down below, Ace up top. The man to watch is Jackson Overton, number 3. Lagasse on him. Snap. It goes to Overton. He catches it, cuts back, across the middle. He's got a lane. Breaks a tackle from Manning. Finally, Manning is able to bring him down. Ben Harmon there, but not after a huge gain into Cashion territory for a first down.
Yeah, and they just kind of used the fact that our linebackers kind of cheated up, snuck him in as just a quick slant, and he hit it. And he's a quick kid that's going to make kids miss. And you give him a little space like that, I mean, quick 20 yards right there.
First down and 10, Cashion 48-yard line. Mullinex with the snap. It's a give to 44 up the middle. Kyler Georgia with the initial tackle, met eventually by Braxton Green and Manning. But 44, tough run there by Keenan Mullings, breaking several tackles and moves it across to the 42 of Cashion for about a gain of about 6 or 7.
Yeah, Braxton came up hard and hit that kid, and that kid fell, pushed him forward. He's a big, strong kid. Braxton's strong, and if he's pushing Braxton back, he's got some stoutness behind him.
Probably see a lot of 44, and they sure do. They hand it off to me. No hold there. They're not going to call it. Jackson Vandriff basically tackled from behind. Wallings comes up. There we got a tackle by George, and looks like Jacob Farrow.
Jacob Farrow had him head on, and the kid didn't push him backwards. Jacob had him at good leverage and stopped him right in his tracks.
And that's how they got their second score against Dibble last week. They just basically gave it a 44 down the side at the end of the fourth quarter. So it brings up third down and about 2:38 left here in the first quarter. Minco driving, looking to tie this game up, if not take the lead. Snap. Keep. Fumble on the ball. Farrow's got the scoop. He lands on. That'll be a turnover. Cashion football. Nice job there on the initial hit. I'm not sure who hit him. It was a slew of folks in there, but it was a big old train wreck right behind the line of scrimmage. Sophomore Molinix lost the ball. It was a scramble. Farrow was able to get his feet. I was hoping he'd be able to scoop that thing up, but wisely falls on it. It'll be Cashion football from the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Camden Maroney just kind of clogged it up, and then Nick Navavi come around there and just put a thumping on the quarterback as he was trying to make a decision, either hand off or pull it out, and the ball just squirted out. And then, great job by Jacob Farrell jumping on that.
That brings up first down and 10, opportunistic, and we have another flag. What do we have here? Sideline warning. That'll be a warning on the Cashion sideline. It's not a Cashion football game if we don't have a sideline warning on our coaches. I'm not sure what happened. There was nobody there. Looked like we had one of the Duck Dynasty guys out there, our linesman Jeff Ghost. We love that guy. But that will be a warning. Next one will be a 5-yard penalty. It's still first down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats from the 48. Shotgun, Harmon snap, looking to pass. Screenplay to Harrell. He goes up high for it. Immediately met by number 55. Nice job there by Orlando Vasquez sniffing that out. It's a gain of about 3 yards for Harrell.
One thing that Coach Cochran told me before the game was this Minco Bulldog team will be very, very, very well coached, and right there is proof of it. I mean, they were prepared for that screenplay right there. I mean, you saw them. We kind of let them break through there, and as soon as they saw that, that we weren't pushing back as much, they were falling back. Linebacker was there to make the play on Caden. That's one thing that they're not going to do is get anything really over on this team because they're going to be so well coached.
Second down and 7. Harmon back to pass. Slant out to Manning. Manning cuts it back in. Cuts back to his left, to his right. Back across his left. Hit forward. And that'll be enough for a first down. Nice find there by Harmon in the zone. Manning with the dancing moves. Fred Astaire gets the first down. And that's a Cashion Wildcat first down in Minco territory here with 1:27 left in the first quarter.
I went and watched them practice a little bit on, I think it was Wednesday, or maybe it had even been Tuesday, and they were working on really upbeat, up-tempo, and let's see if they don't try to use that tonight.
Harmon the snap, shotgun looking to pass again, screen, across the middle, Lagasse at the first down marker, draw pass, and looks like we've got a flag. It'll be holding. That's a shame there. We haven't had a possession here without a major penalty, and that will be holding on Cashion. Umpire Tracy Matley with the call. I guess Cashion just wants the extra yardage. Maybe that's why we're getting all the penalties.
Had in the stats.
But that has been, if there's been a bugaboo for Cashion, it's been the penalties. That's been the place where we didn't do well last year, and that's carried over into this year. And so with that call, it's going to be first down and 20 for the Cashion Wildcats from back over on the Cashion side around the 46. I'm sure Shaq is just. Did you see anything? No. Tight end set here. Nick Nababi checks back in at tight end. We've got Trips up top. Caden Harrell in at running back to the right of Ben Harmon. Minco in their 4-3. Snap. Harmon. Give to Harrell. Oh, keep. Across the middle of Brexton Green. Gets a few yards. Hey, that'll work. That's about 6 or 7 yards on first down. Brings up second down and about 15. 56 seconds left here.
One of those things, you want to give Braxton a chance right there to make a big play. And if he doesn't, if he gets tackled, that's a good 5-6 yards. Chip away. When you have that big yardage to make with first down, that's the kind of play that you want to kind of get your guys in a rhythm and chip away at it.
So that brings up second down and 16 from the 49 on the Minco side. Snap. Give to Harrell. Harrell cuts back. His lane up the middle. Big run. Rolls over. Still on his feet. Still working. Eventually brought down, but not after a gain of about 7 or 8 yards. And that brings up about 3rd and 8 now. And that's typical Caden Harrell right there for you.
Yeah, I mean, just gets through there, jumps over a guy, and then just hits I think their safety back there, Overton. He is thinking, man, do not let him get ahead of steam. I mean, he wasn't scared to get out there and stick his head in there and make a play, but I guarantee you he's thinking twice next time that he sees him coming at him with a full head of steam.
So with that is the end of the first quarter of action here with your Cashion Wildcats, powered by Squirtle.com, are up 6-0 on the hometown Minco Bulldogs. Slow start for Cashion for another second week, but they are driving and looking to get another first down. We're going to a quick timeout. Be right back.
Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape. At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available.
All right, welcome back to action here in Minco, Oklahoma on Cashion Wildcat TV, where we have the Cashion Wildcats on the road up 6-0. Start of second quarter action, staring at a 3rd and 8 from the Minco 40. We've got shotgun. Let's see if the Cashion Wildcats can convert this to a big first down. Tight end set and a Bobby on the left. Snap, shotgun, snap, back to pass. Harmon looks to his right. He's got deep. Nice job by Manning finding the soft zone with the catch, and enough for the first down. Tackle out of bounds. No tackle out of bounds, but nonetheless, huge play. Great job by Harmon finding Manning behind the corner there.
Yeah, that was just a kind of an overload to that side. Had Brexton kind of at that lower level, had Mason Manning, and then had Legas going deep, and Ben just got over there, found where the soft spot was, and put the ball right where it needed to be, and for a big first down.
So first down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Big third down conversion. Harmon back to pass, looking to his left. He's running, sprinting. Looks like he's going to go ahead and keep it. He'll pull back. No, he'll actually keep it. We do have a flag on the play. Looks like he goes out of bounds right on the 20. What's the flag there on the sideline?
I don't know if it's over there like that. Was it somebody getting off the line? Was there some holding on the defense?
Illegal man downfield.
Oh, all righty.
He ran the ball, so I'm not sure how that's a legal man downfield.
I think that's what they're talking about right now.
So it's a tough situation, right? But he never did throw it. He tucked and ran. So, I mean, this is where we need David Hammonds here to kind of help us out. It's like the linesman Jeff Goss has gone there, or the line judge Chris Park has gone over there. They're going to talk about it. I'm not sure. And that's good. They're talking about it. That's exactly what you need to do. So they're gonna. It looks like they're gonna actually wave it off, and they're gonna say the ball did cross the 20. So they're gonna wave it off. So hey, listen, you know what? This crew, Peter Abernathy's crew's been on tonight, right? And that is the right call. That is the correct situation. They took the time to talk it over. They're gonna wave it off. It looked like Harmon. I don't know if he.
Coach Wardlow. I mean, he got an explanation from that head man, and he said okay,
yeah.
and looked like he agreed. And I bet that's probably what you're. Just like you said, I mean, they got together, talked about it, and made the right call.
So it looks like the ball will be, I guess they're going to spot it right where it's at, right at the 40, the 21. So it was a gain of maybe about 1 or 2 yards there for the Cashion Wildcats on Ben Harmon's keeper. So that's going to be second down and about 9. Harmon in shotgun. Snap. Screen pass to Brexton Green. Nice blocking out there. Let's see if Manning will let go. He does. Green up the sideline. Has a chance. Touchdown. Cashion Wildcats on the swing pass from Harmon to Brexton Green. 21-yard touchdown. No flags.
No flags. which we haven't been able to say that much this game. Great job out there again by just giving Brexton the ball out there to where he can get around that edge and make a play. And you got to give it up to those receivers that work so hard out there and get good blocks. Mason Manning, he's got it called a few times holding, but man, that one right there, he had good leverage, was just drove his feet and got Brexton into the end zone.
So Cashion going for the 2-point conversion. Harmon in shotgun. Looks across the middle. It's got Nababi there with the 2-point conversion. Nice pitch and catch. Junior to junior. My man Nick Nababi with his first or second catch on the season. This one for a 2-point conversion. With that, Cashion goes up 14-0 here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle over the hometown Minco Bulldogs.
Yeah, just a great play right there. I mean, the boys up front gave Ben enough time for that play to kind of take shape, and when it did, Nick was wide open. Ben made a good delivery, put it right on his numbers, and then Nick made a sure-handed catch.
Sure did. So hopefully his brother Alex is watching from OBU out in Shawnee. He couldn't make out the game. It's probably going to send him a Snapchat that says he's a terrible kid or a terrible brother, but that he would have done better. But that's typical Nababi style. And so with that, it's your Cashion Wildcats 14, Minco Bulldogs 0. Quick, fast start here of the second quarter, just like last week.
Yeah, and that was exactly how that second quarter started last week. And we can see if we can keep that ball rolling and build that big lead like we did last week. But the difference in last week and this week, I think this offensive group that Minco has a few more weapons, and those big boys up front. Let's just keep on seeing if our younger defensive line can keep those kids at bay and let those linebacking core of the Cashion Wildcats get back there and make some big plays, just like we saw with the fumble. And I think they'll be pretty successful if those boys up front will get physical with that big offensive line and just compete.
Amen, amen. So Lance Christensen out to kick, second kick of the night. He had one that landed. It was a nice it was a nice onside kick. And the other one went out of. Did they go both out of bounds? I think they both went out of bounds. I think they did. So let's see if he can kind of get this one straightened out. I don't know if he'll go deep. Most likely going to try to stay away from number 3 over there.
That was his first kick.
That was his first?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, he's only had one.
He's only had one. Okay, my bad. So second one. My apologies. Little high onside there. It's going to drop right at the 3rd. He's got a chance. Max Brown there on the tackle. Number 2. Tight end Lane McKee, senior 6'190", was out there with the catch, and so with that, Minco will be taking over for their 3rd possession, their last possession ending in a fumble, right around looks like the Minco 36-37 yard line. So Minco was driving, partner, last time, and if it wasn't for that hit by you said Maroney and Nick Nababi to kind of cause that fumble. You know, we might be.
Went back and looked at it was Jacob Farrell and Nick, but Nick is the one that really stuck his head in there and popped that ball loose.
First down and 10. Molinex in shotgun. Snap, looks to his left, screens. Farrell on the coverage. It's a catch. I don't know how he squeezed that in there, but wide receiver Jackson Overton, great hands. Kid's a great athlete, was able to come up with that. Farrell was great coverage, and that'll bring up second down and about 8.
Yeah, that kid has gotten hit by Caden Harrell and Jacob Farrell in this game so far, and I'm sure, I mean, he's a competitor, and he's going to want to say bring it, but, man, those big boys like that hitting him, it's going to wear and tear on a body.
So that brings up second down about 8 from the 39, 10:55 left here in the second quarter. Cashion in their 3-4 alignment. 44 number Keenan Mullings back there with Molinex. Snap, option right. He'll keep. He'll come up. Boom! Big hit. Taking a fumble on the play. It looks like it will be. Joey Wilson with the dance. Let's see if they'll call it. We haven't gotten the official signal yet. Joey Wilson with his rock dance. Are we going to get it or not? Give us an arrow. Give us something. We'll go ahead and give it to Cashion. Another turnover. Huge stick. Joey Wilson with the ball, and it'll be Cashion football here at the Minco 40-yard line.
Yeah. Oh, Hunter Molinex, he kind of faked that pitch and went to turn, and it didn't fake Caden Harrell out, so he was there. And then here comes Jacob Farrell to clean him up, and that ball popped out, kind of was holding out there like a loaf of bread, and it hit the ground, and and the man with the dance,
Joey Wilson,
got on it.
I love it. That brings up 1st down and 10 for Cashion from the Minco 40 here. Second quarter action. Give to Harold. No, it's a pass. Harmon looking deep. Throws it across the middle. Has got Lagasse with the catch. Nice cut up's got a chance with some wheels. Dives forward, and that's a huge gain on 1st down for about 20 yards from Harmon to Landon Lagasse, junior to junior.
Yeah, another great play by Ben Harmon. I think that play was kind of set up as a double move to Brexton. Brexton went out there and took off, and Ben just saw that wasn't there. He went to his second read, delivered a strike for a big 30-yard play.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge 1st down play. And you know what? Kudos to Ben Harmon as we got timeout on the field. Looks like it was timeout Minco. Kudos to Harmon. He didn't poop his pants, hung tight, sat in the pocket, right?
Yep.
And was confident and was going through his progressions just like you just said. And I have to tell you, Minco has seen Brexton Green before.
Yep.
They know who Brexton Green, and if they watched any film, so I got to believe, a lot. You said that double move for Brexton Green. I got to believe the Minco defense is chomping down and trying to bracket him, which is going to leave the zone open for guys like Lagasse and Manning and even Nabavi to make some catches tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back and looking at that play, and they kind of had a guy over the top, and I mean, they had 3 guys over there on Brexton right there on that play. If you go back and look, maybe not right now, but when you have a chance, go back and look. They have 3 guys on Brexton. That's going to leave so many guys up. We talked about this on the way up here a couple times with Alex last year. People were double covering him, and it was frustrating him, but it was opening up the field to everybody else on the field. And just like that right there, Brexton is a great receiver. I mean, he's already gotten the end zone once tonight. So they're going to double and triple cover him, and that's the great thing about this team is we've got the weapons all over the field that Benz can turn around and take his pick and throw the ball and make good yardage.
Amen. So good work by the line there, giving Ben Harmon time to go through his progressions. That brings up 1st down and 10. Empty set, trips below Twins up top. I don't necessarily see Ben Harmon keeping this. It's a possibility. Change of play. Let's see what happens here. Snap, pass, screenplay to Brexton Green. He's got blocking. Bobby clears the lane. Brexton Green with a move. Another move. Falls down across the 9. And that'll be enough for another Cashion Wildcat 1st down.
Yeah, all night long, they're going to get Brexton the ball as much as they can on the edges and just let him make plays, especially when you got guys like Nabavi out there and Mason Manning that can get blocks and hold blocks. I mean, that just frees up a guy like Brexton Green to make moves and get down the field and big, 1st down, 10 yards every single time he touches the ball. If he's got a good blocker, he's going to get that 1st down.
1st down and 10. 10-10 left here from the 9. Snap, Harmon looking to his left, goes across, sprinting out to his right. He's going to keep it. We'll have a flag on the play. He'll cut back in. He'll cut across for the end zone. We've got 2 flags. We'll see what happens. Brett Green on the horn. It may be early. Let's see what we've got the call here. We've got block in the back, Cashion, and that will negate the 9-yard rollout touchdown by Ben Harmon. That will remain 1st down. So instead of 1st and goal from the 9, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 19. Or actually, I apologize, the 24. I guess it's from the spot. My apologies. We're going all the way back. That's a 20-yard penalty, friend.
Yeah, and just watching that replay, it looked like that defensive end just got around our left tackle, and then by the time he turned around and got him, he got him in his back.
That's a huge penalty, a 20-yard penalty. Max Brown in motion. He'll come back in the running back set. Trips up right. Got a timeout. So with that, we'll go to a quick timeout. As Cashion Wildcats up 14-0 here. 2nd quarter action, 9:59 here on Cashion Wildcat TV.
Available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma, where your Cashion Wildcats are up 14-0 here. Second quarter action, 9:59 left, staring at a monstrous first and goal from the 29-yard line, 28-yard line after a very tough block in the back call. Cashion a shotgun. Ben Harmon looks the pass, looking for the screen. He's going to go out. He's got Manning out on the edge. Great break there by number 5 for the Minco Bulldogs. That's cornerback Reed McMurtray. Try to say that a few times. Nice job there. I would have liked to see Manning come back for that. Looked like he was sitting back waiting for it, but nonetheless, a nice break on the ball will be an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down and goal from the 28.
Yeah, and that time they kind of used Brexton as a decoy and tried to get Mason Manning, just snuck in behind there, and a great play by that cornerback over there.
Double
safety,
back,
I guess.
Double back set. Shotgun, keep, rolling out. He's got a little keeper option to the right. Harmon still with the ball. He's got a chance. Will go out of bounds wisely. No late hit on that push out of bounds. But Harmon with the legs that time, not the arm, is able to pick up a nice sizable chunk there to bring up third down and somewhat manageable right around the 11-yard line.
Definitely want to see him secure that ball a little better as he kind of went through that line. He was still in that decision mode, and I saw that ball kind of come apart a little bit. You want to make sure that's secure, and when you decide to tuck it and run.
Harmon in shotgun. Give to Harrell. Harrell will look up. He's got a huge hole. Cuts it back to his right. Bumbling, stumbling. Touchdown. Cashion Wildcats. My man Caden Harrell trucking it in from 11 yards out to put up the third score for the Cashion Wildcats on the night.
You know, that first drive that we had no luck going inside. As this game has progressed, our boys up front have kind of taken that challenge on and said, let's make this happen for Caden. Let's make a hole and let him have something. That play right there, I mean, there was a huge hole for him to choose from. Hit it, got into the end zone. Great job by the boys up front as this game has progressed.
So Christensen back out for the extra point attempt. Let's see if the line can hold the Minco Bulldogs away from the block. Green with the hold. Kick is up. And it's good. Brex Green wondering what happened to Jackson Overton on that block. He's like, hey, what's up, man? But Lance Christensen, who was perfect on the night last week, 7 for 7, is able to put his first extra point, 1 for 2 in the night. And with that, it is 21-0 here for the Cashion Wildcats here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle, here from Minco, Oklahoma.
Hey, another big drive right there. I mean, we had a penalty, a big penalty.
Huge penalty. 20-yard penalty.
20-yard penalty. But you know what they did? They didn't panic. They got a big chunk on first down. Well, no, they actually had a incompletion on first down. Still didn't panic. Big chunk on first down, or second down, third down, got in the end zone. Like I said, if this offense can get rolling and not make mistakes, they can pick up lots of yardage and put up lots of points on the board. And you're seeing it right here, going against a team that has some big boys up front, some experience, and are well coached. And man, it's just kind of like we're slicing through them and making plays all the way down the field.
Yeah, and I don't think you're understating the coaching. I mean, Coach Wardlaw. I mean, he's an excellent coach, and his team is prepared. And you know, and we weren't sure what Dibble was like. We didn't know does Dibble have an offense? And I would say that Minco probably has a pretty good defense, and that's why they only held them to 7 points or 6 points last week. So with that, it's 21-0. Cashion, 9:38 left here in the second quarter. Kicking off again for the third time is Lance Christensen from the 40-yard line, moving south to north, right to left. Most likely will be a high onside. They're scooting up. Overton scooting up Jackson Overton quite a bit, right around the 25-yard line. Let's see if they mix it up here. High onside. Looks like Overton will have a chance. He'll catch at the 27. Farrow! Good night, sir! Overton, I'm sorry. Welcome to Mr. Jacob Farrow. He will remember that. We knew it was going to happen. He'll remember it. He's okay. Kid is a tough kid. Overton is a tough kid. I love his play, but that's just wrong place at the wrong time. And next time he'll have to fair catch that, or he'll have to face the wrath of number 34 steamrolling down the field.
Well, Overton is saying, can somebody not put a block on number 34?
No, he wants to get in front of that. I wouldn't want to get in front of that.
Holy cow. I mean, don't let the kid just murder your guy back there. Great job by Jacob, just flying down the field again on special teams.
First down and 10, we've got the freshman in, Keith McMurtray. Poor guy, I'll call him just Reed. Number 5, he's in. He's trying to get the snap. In the backfield with him is Keenan Mullings. Snap, looking to pass. Look, he's going deep. Nice job. Great coverage there by Landon Legas. Step for step with Overton. Overton asking for the penalty. Nice work there by the junior with the length on the 5'8" receiver, speedy receiver.
McMurtry, I think he came in
He did.
Game against Dibble and aired it out a little bit. He has probably a little better arm than number 10, Hunter Molinex. And you saw it right there. I mean, that was a good ball, but, man, Legas was running step for step and just had his head turned around there and played good defense all the way down the field.
Second down and 10. It's a give. It's a keep. Freshman's going to keep it. He's going to roll. He's going to pass. Braxton Green right there throws him down. No, sir. I don't think 145, 150 or 140 is going to hold up to Braxton Green at 190. And with that, that will be a sack, tackle for loss. All the way back, looks like to the 29-yard line. Loss of 1 there for the Cashion Wildcats, and that'll bring up third down and 11 here with about 9:03 left in the second quarter.
As he was sprinting out, it was another one of those plays where sprint out and maybe get the ball out there to the edge. But, man, Braxton was flying downhill, and I think the guy saw him out of the corner of his eye, and he just didn't know if he could deliver that ball by the time Braxton got there. And it
blitz for the Cashion Wildcats. Screenplay, it's tipped. Nice work there. I don't know if that was Nabavi or Kyler George, but that was certainly great pressure by Caden Harrell and Nabavi right up the middle, making quarterback Reed McMurtry have to get rid of it. And that'll bring up fourth down and long for the Minco Bulldogs.
Yeah, just another play right there. The experience that we have in our defense and our linebacking core and the front guys up there that are younger are doing their job, and it's giving these other guys a chance to really make plays, and that's what you're seeing right there. And that young quarterback out there, I think he's going to be a really good player.
I agree.
But, man, you got the speed that we have, it's going to have trouble.
The pressure was on. Great punt there by number 44. I believe it was number 44, Keenan Mullings. Another huge punt, a 50-yard punt all the way down to the Cashion 30, looks like 34, 33-yard line. They pulled Braxton Green up. There was no return on. They went after it, and they had a chance. I couldn't see who was on the edge there. But nonetheless, it'll be Cashion football here with 8:31 left here in the second quarter.
Like you said, we play the Thomas Terriers next week, and I've seen a couple of their players here scouting them out. They're off this week, and I'm sure they want to come down and get eyes on both of these teams. There's some top teams that they might have to face in the playoffs.
Absolutely. First down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats from the 33 on the Cashion side. Trips up top. Ben Harmon in shotgun. Caden Harrell with him. Legas by himself down below. Snap. Ben back to pass, throws it in the zone. Manning right there, breaks one tackle, breaks another, looks to cut another, breaks another tackle, up the field, still going on his feet. My man is loose. Manning to the 30. Oh my goodness, tackled eventually by number 12. Gage Law, sophomore, tracks him down, but not after a huge yak run. My man Mason Manning making the moves, OBJ style, back left and right. Working the Minco Bulldog defense all the way down to the 25-yard line.
In this game right here, where he's getting out there and finding those soft spots, and Ben is making throwing strikes to him, and he's getting the ball and making huge plays. All those cuts right there, that's hard work by Mason Manning in the offseason to get that quick and have that good a play going down the field. Now
Bobby on the tunnel hook, cuts back. He's going to come all the way across. Still looking for a lane, looking for blockers. He'll get hit from behind. He'll fall forward for a gain of a 4, but we do have a penalty. I'm going to be guessing another block in the back. Interesting call. Block in the back has been the best defensive play for the Minco Bulldogs on the night. So the Minco Bulldog fans definitely cheering for that one. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot, which is right around, looks like the 20. It was right around the 22 or so. So that'll move it back to about the 35. Did you see anything, partner, on instant replay?
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay.
What? I'm sure it was there.
Hey, they've been on. Peter Abernathy and the crew, they've been on today, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. So that negates the completion for Nabavi. He was looking for the Mason Manning-esque cut. He probably should have just tucked it and ran, but and that'll bring up first down and long, 17 from the 35. We've got, looks like Caden Harrell. We do have looks like Nabavi's going to take a seat, and Van Drift out there, curl back to Brexton Green on the dig, and a drop. I don't see that ever from Brexton Green, sure-handed. And that'll be a drop. What would have been about a 5-yard gain is now an incompletion. That'll bring up second down and 17 from the 35.
Yeah, Brexton had too much time to see that ball coming into his hands, I think. But, yeah, you're not going to see Brexton drop that ball very often. So write that one down because you probably won't see it again.
So kudos to the line. Again, big shout-out to Cam Maroney, Joey Wilson, Martinez, Chase Ritter, Kyler George. We've got Jackson Vandruff at tight end. Up top, we've got Max Brown. We've got a lot of substitution going on. Gavin Fippins checked in at wide receiver. Love seeing that junior. Landon Lagasse up top. Caden Harrell next to Harmon. Snap, no, it's a fake. Harmon back to pass on the read. He's looking deep, running round. He's got a block. He's got a chance. He says, get upfield. He's going to run. He's got some blockers. We'll curl it back up, and we'll head out of bounds right around the initial line of scrimmage. Looks like a gain of about 7 or 8 on that, and that'll bring up third down and long. Great job there by the Minco, I guess, DBs on that, essentially on that coverage, but great work by Harmon using his feet to stay alive and get additional yardage.
He was kind of looking down the field on that left side, and we didn't have one person over there. I don't know if he was thinking somebody was going to break across that way or what.
Well, we had some substitutions, so maybe somebody got the wrong call. All right, so Cashion back out, third down and long, third down and 10 from the 27, 7:17 left here in the second quarter, up 21-0. Max Brown in with Lagasse. We're going to have a timeout for Coach Shack. Is that the third timeout? Or is that the second here of the... So we believe that's the second timeout for Coach Shack. And so with that, we'll go to a quick timeout here on Cashion Wildcat TV as your Cashion Wildcats are up 21-0 over the hometown Minco Bulldogs.
Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats!
Area Championship. All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma. It's Neiman Abavi and Chris Gibson here. Second quarter action. Cashion Wildcats sitting at 3rd and 10 from the 27. Big down here for conversion. Harmon back to pass. Shotgun looking right side. He's going back to Nabavi on the edge. Nice job there by number 10. Hunter Melinex helping himself out with the deflection. He saw that one coming as Nabavi sat at the first down marker looking to try to get that soft zone first down.
Yeah, as they sent Brexton deep there, I think Ben was really looking for something underneath because they had the guys over the top helping out. But great job by the Minco defensive backs to get over there and knock that ball down.
So that brings up 4th down and 10. I would have liked to have maybe seen a run on that last play. Snap, Harmon back to pass. He's looking deep. Across the middle, he's got Lagasse with a catch. Curling up the field, breaks 2 tackles. Is he down? And they'll say it's a fumble. Great extra effort there by Lagasse. Got a huge play down to the 10-yard line. But the extra effort there by the Minco defensive backs were able to break it free, and that'll be another turnover. This one a fumble to join the turnover of downs. And it'll go right back to Minco here with 7:01 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's one of those things where the guy is going to learn. When you get into that traffic like that, you've got to secure the ball or they're going to,
This is a smart team. You said it.
Good teams are going to try to knock that ball out.
So 1st down and 10 from the 9. The freshman stays in, Reed McMurtry. No. Gage Law back. He'll get the ball up the middle. He's met immediately by Kyler George. Looks like, as well as Jackson Vandruff. Nice work there by the senior and sophomore duo there on the D line. And that'll bring up they'll give him a short gain of about a half a yard. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9 here with 6:42 left in the second quarter. McMurtry. I'm never going to get it. McMurtry. So Reed McMurtry, freshman, 5'9", 140. He's come in for Mullinax. A little better arm, as we've noticed. In the backfield is Gage Law, sophomore. Looks to pass. Swing pass out to Law. Nice job. Ball is loose. No fumble. It'll be incomplete pass. Intended was Gage Law. They swung him out there. Mason Manning, Johnny on the spot with a big hit and breaking up the pass.
I like how Coach Wood has moved Max Brown over the top of Overton. And anytime he goes deep, Max is just running stride for stride with him. Max is so fast.
He's fast.
He's a sophomore, but man, the kid is probably one of the fastest kids on the field, I bet, right as we speak.
So that brings up 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and long. 6:19 left here for the Minco Bulldogs on the 10-yard line. McMurtry with the shotgun snap. Blitz is on. We don't have to show it. We don't have to show it that early. So the middle blitz was on. Caden Harrell could not get pulled back. Smart play there by the quarterback. He's like, okay, we'll wait. We'll wait for you to fix yourself. And Caden Harrell couldn't catch himself. So he falls forward. That's a free 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and manageable for the Minco Bulldogs. 3rd and about 5 from the 15 now. McMurtry back there, the freshman. Gage Law, sophomore, running back with him, as well as now 44, Keenan Mullings, H-back. Snap, back to pass. Looking across the middle. Double move, cross. Nice break. Nice job there in defense. There you go. Certainly just like my man Chris Gibson called it. We had Braxton Green on the under bracket and it looked like Max Brown on the top over. Nice coverage, and that incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 5.
Yeah, that was a good pass by McMurtry.
It was.
I mean, put it on the spot, put it in his hands, but we had 2 guys there to kind of just break that concentration, a little bit of Overton, and he dropped the ball. Great job by, like I said, Max Brown just to be there over the top. I think he's kind of shadowing him, and anytime he goes deep, he's going to be right there in his back pocket.
So back deep for Cashion is Braxton Green, standing around the 45. Number 44, Keenan Mullings with the punt. Almost with the block. Nice spiral punt. Goes right out of bounds forward. Nice punt there, about a 40-yard punt for my man Mullings. He's going to be. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but his punts have been fantastic. He may be the player of the game for Minco right now. He's had huge punts to make it very difficult for the Cashion Wildcats in saving Minco, where they were pushed back deep, close to the goal line.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where it's 4th down and deep in their own territory, and Cashion hasn't had just great field position. I mean, it's been out at least to the 50, or if not rolled out, and had starting position on their side of the ball at least every single time.
So Cashion will come out. 5:46 left here in the second quarter. From the 47 on the Cashion side of the ball, we got tight end set with Nababi, trips up top. Caden Harrell joining my man Harmon in shotgun. Junior gets it, fake. Keeps it, and he was looking for Manning. I don't know why he didn't throw it. Manning was open, but with that will be the first sack, tackle for loss for Minco, bringing down Harmon about 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that was Lance Littlejohn, kid I was talking about early in the pregame, coming off that edge. He's quick, just got around there, and Ben's going to have to make a quick decision, just like he's been doing the whole game, because he's coming around that edge, and he's going to get to him if he doesn't make a quick decision and deliver this ball.
Second and long, screenplay to Gregson Green. Out there is Manning with a block. Green's got a lane. He's got the Jets are on. He's got a chance. Gets knocked out of bounds, but not after a gain of about 20 for the senior Braxton Green. Flame coming off his cleats, gets it all the way down to about the 25 for a big first down for the Cashion Wildcats.
I mean, you say it over and over. You give him the ball in some space with some blockers out in front, big things happen. And it happens every time. Just a great job by Braxton getting the ball, turning this jets on, using his blockers and getting down the field.
Yep.
And those blockers out there, you can't say enough about Mason Manning.
Amen.
And those receivers out there that
Amen.
do a great job blocking.
Bobby Manning doing a great job. Shotgun, first down and 10. Harmon back to pass. No run. Screenplay. This time Harold's got a lane. He makes the first guy miss. Cuts back. Dragging another guy. No late hit call there. Should have been. But the tackle eventually made by number 10, hanging on for life to Caden Harold's ankle, but not after a gain of about 8 yards on that screen pass.
Yeah, and that screen pass right there, early in the game, they were kind of ready for that. Now that they're tired, they've been hit, and as they let them kind of go by, they didn't remember just quick and had a good 9-yard gain right there out of that one.
We haven't seen a run play in a while, so I guess coach is just going to say, hey, look, if you're going to stack the box, we're going to find the zone. Second down and about 3 or 4 here. 4:22 left in the second quarter. Back to pass is Harmon in shotgun. Looking left. Across the middle. He's got Manning. Great break on the ball by Overton. No late hit by 55. Coming in, cheap shot, but nonetheless, great job by Overton. The do-it-all for the Minco Bulldogs. Wide receiver, DB, senior, 5'8", 155. Nice break and breaking that up for an intended pass for Manning.
It was a good break, and I don't think he touched the ball, though. I think it hit Mason right in the hands, and Mason just dropped it. But he was there and distracted him enough to where he dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's a couple passes where I'd like Manning to come back for it, right, not to sit back. Shotgun, third down and short. This time it is a give to Harold. He'll look for a hole. He'll move forward. Looks like he'll move the pile. What do we have here now? Is it going to be hold on Martinez now on the back end? I don't know how many penalties they can throw on us.
Little John on the tackle.
It was a short game. We do have a holding. Again, the referees, we've been our biggest adversary in this game. I don't know, go back and look. That one was going to be on Martinez. He was blocking his guy all the way out past the first down marker. That was the only guy in that direction.
Well, Nick and Martinez were there both blocking the guy, and didn't really look like anybody had a hold of him. It was just a double team, and
I guess they felt sorry for him. They felt sorry for him.
Right.
So that'll bring up third down and long.
They've got a better view than we've got.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely they do. 4:08 running clock here, second quarter. Cashion now staring at a third and long from the 32, third and 12. Trips down below. Tight end set, Nabavi up on the right side. Harmon back to pass, looking to his left. Steps up in the pocket. Frakes Leary still on the loose, looking inside. He's got a lane, got a chance. He'll cut up. He's got an opportunity. Cuts across first down. Nice job there by Ben Harmon, making junk. What do they call it? Making chicken out of chicken. No, I don't know.
I can't say that one.
Yeah, we can't say it. But making do, broke a couple tackles and using his feet to get the first down there for the Cashion Wildcats on a back-breaking play on 3rd and 12 now for the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, you said it right there, back-breaking, because they had him hemmed up. You think you're going to get a sack there. It's going to be 4th down and long. And for Ben just to use his feet, move around in that pocket, see a lane, hit the edge, and get the first down. And it's just got to be like, what do we got to do to keep these guys from just keep driving down the field? And, man, what they're going to have to do is when they get them into that position, they're going to have to make those sacks. And with Ben's quickness and him keeping his eyes down the field, once they start bringing those guys up to stop him, he's going to start laying them over the top and hitting big pass plays.
Amen. And kudos to the line. I saw, look, I'm watching my kid too. I saw Nick Nabavi out there, but those guys are not done blocking, right? So they don't give up. And there was some key blocks that kind of helped spring Ben as he was looking upfield, but fantastic individual effort by breaking a couple of tackles and getting the outside. We're going to go to a quick timeout. I think we've got a commercial here. We'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV. Your Cashion Wildcats up 21-0.
Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness.
All right, thanks to our sponsors there. Certainly appreciate them at Coffee Creek Church and Shape Up Fitness. That brings up first down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats. 3:44 left here from the 17. Snap, option pitch, actually left to Brexton Green. He's looking for a lane. He's got a great block there by Manning. Cuts it back up, and see you later. Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. Number 4 on the night. My man Brexton Green with the run. Woo, partner.
Hey, give him the ball I'm sound like a broken record. Give him the ball with some space, with some blockers. He's going to find a way to get yardage. And that time right there, he just saw a crease and a blocker, and he stuck his foot in his ground, turned his nose downfield, and found enough open field to get in the end zone.
Great job there by the Cashion Wildcats to come back. Christensen on with the kick. It's up. It's good. Christensen 3 for 4 tonight. And with that, it's 28. Cashion Wildcats here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle, to 0 to the Minco Hometown Bulldogs. It's a good one thus far, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to go a quick timeout. Be right back here on CWTV.
So contact Amber Lee to sign up today. 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
Do it. Did it fix it or no? No. All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma here. Beautiful night of football where your Cashion Wildcats are up big, 28-0 here in the second quarter. 3:36 left. Huge set of downs there. Great play by Ben Harmon to get a huge first down, and then a pitch out to Brexton Green out of the backfield does the rest for about 19 and a touchdown. Kickoff for Lance Christensen. He's going to go deep. Chasing it is Jackson Overton. He'll catch it around the 15. He's looking for a lane. He has a lane. He cuts back up. This time no Jacob Farrow, but Mason Manning will drive him out of bounds, and he's going to get a late hit.
Yeah, as the kid's going out of bounds, Mason Manning, he had a full head of steam as he hit him, but you've got to really do everything you can to pull off a guy after they get out of bounds, or they're going to call that flag.
So as the Minco fans cheer on, looks like Overton is okay. It looked like he may have gotten tripped up. I was kind of scared that he might have hit the bench or the fence over there. But that time it worked out for Overton. Probably if Shaq had his druthers, probably wouldn't have done that same kick. But they gave it a shot. Thought they may have caught him sleeping. But we do have a personal foul on Manning on that one. And we do have a sideline warning as well on the Cashion Wildcats. So that'll be a 20-yard penalty. So with that, the Minco Bulldogs are in action. The best field position of the game. And they will get the ball starting the second quarter. So, hey, you get a quick score here and a stop and get the ball back. It may be a two-possession game. So, Cashion Wildcats can't sit back and sleep on this. And certainly will try to be greedy again and try to get that ball back. So with that, first down and 10 from the 43, 3:26 left here in the second quarter. McMurtry handoff, stumbles, falls down. Looks like Keenan Mullings with the carry. Nababi there will get credit for the tackle, but I think we'll give more credit to the grass tripping up Mullings on that one, who was trying to get ahead of steam. But he'll still get about 2 yards. That'll bring up second down and 8 from the 40-yard line. McMurtry back in shotgun. Mullings joining him. Snap, give to Mullings. He'll go left side. He's tackled from behind. Great job by the sophomore. DN opposite side chasing him down. Jackson Vandruff, short gain there for number 44. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Bulldogs.
It's just a great job by Jackson there. That's how you want to see it come. A guy come around that edge and then crash down and chase a guy down from the backside, because he had the edge there.
He did.
And if Jackson wouldn't have got there to get that tackle, probably would have got the first down.
Yep, I agree.
But great job by Jackson and good solid effort play right there by him.
I wonder if McMurtry will keep it next time. So we've got third down and 6 from the 38. Overton in formation, goes up, comes across, nothing there for him. Caden Harrell say hello. My friend Reed, hi, how y'all doing? And with that, Caden Harrell swallowing up the young freshman. I lost him there for a second in that white jersey. And that'll bring up 4th down on a 2-yard loss. 4th down and about 9 from the 39. And that will be a timeout. Cashion, as it 2 minutes left here in the second quarter, try to make sure and get the right call here on that 4th down and long for the Bulldogs. Smart move there by the quarterback. Basically said, "Oh, I'm going to go down."
Well, on that play, our defense did a great job of being disciplined, playing their responsibilities, and when he, decided to cut back, maybe try to make a throw, well, everybody was in their spot. There was no cutback lanes. Caden Harrell was there, and the kid did what I always say, made a business decision.
Made a good business decision.
Went on down.
So with that, it brings up 4th down and 8 from the 40. Cashion up big, 28-0, trying to hold on that shutout. We've got 2:04 left in the second quarter. Stop here. I mean, I'd give Cashion a chance to put another one up before the half.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. We get to stop here, and that's probably what their coaches are sitting there telling the boys, guys, we got to get this first down, keep this ball rolling. If we can get in the end zone, then come back in the second half, get the ball, get our momentum going. But they got to get a first down. They haven't, had a play over 5-6 yards besides, a couple big pass plays.
Yeah.
So let's look and see what they got here. I would keep my eye on Overton.
Absolutely. Jackson Overton's got to be their man right here.
Yes.
Either on a jet sweep or on that post. They've hit it. He's been open on that post. It's been close. So Reed McMurtry, the freshman quarterback, 5'9", 140, in shotgun. 4th down and long. Snap, back to pass. He looks to his right. He's looking for it. He's chased out of the pocket. Will swing it out. Big catch. Nice job there by Mason Manning. Huge hit by the outside linebacker, number 16, the junior. And that will be a turnover of downs. Ball goes back to Cashion.
Yeah, and that right there, I can guarantee you isn't what the coaches from Minco wanted. Lose yardage, give the ball back to them with some momentum. It didn't take any time off the clock. And now they just want to focus on, do not let this become a landslide in this third quarter. Let's get out of this first half without Cashion scoring again, and it's going to take a lot to stop them.
It will. Let's look for a steady dose of Harrell and Green. Shotgun, 1st down and 10 from the 42, 156. We'll try to keep the clock going for you. Harmon back to pass, looking to his right, down the middle. We're going to get a holding call. Across the middle, Nabavi with the catch. He'll have another catch, another penalty. I don't know if there was an agreement made by the Minco and Cashion staff to say if we got out ahead, we're just going to throw a bunch of penalties. That's going to be the 6th holding call on the Cashion Wildcats night, none for Minco on the evening. So that will negate the huge pass play, the reception to Nick Nabavi, and that will march the Cashion Wildcats and Cashion looking at a double sticks situation again. I think on every single possession of the first half, Cashion has stared at a double sticks, double long, down in distance.
And I didn't see what happened on that second flag, because whenever he threw it, I was kind of watching that part of the play. When he threw it, there was no other Minco players back there for us, so I don't know if one of our guys said something or what, but
yeah, personal foul. I don't know what it was.
I'm thinking it may have been something.
So again, the officials are player of the game for Minco thus far. Certainly, we've got to clean this up. We can't have this. This is the difference between a 42-49 nothing game right now, and it's still 28-0. So let's see if Cashion can now make up for the first and 5,000 yards that they have to make up here. Certainly, it might be a situation where we just run the ball with a running clock and just go to half.
I don't know. I'm thinking Shaq's like, all right, back us up. Let's see what we can do.
Well, I'd like to see it. Trips up top. No, I'm sorry, Ace. We got shotgun. We got Ben Harmon with the fumble. He'll fall on it. So,
yep.
With
I'm thinking
that,
you're right now.
I don't believe Minco has one timeout left. I guess they could try and use it here.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
It's 2nd down and super long now. Most likely, if I were Shaq, I would not want to take another bad snap. That would be a fumble. Take a knee and get out of the half. And we'll give Peter Abernathy and the group a big high five for calling a great game. They've been busy tonight. Cashion's kept them busy with probably about 7 holds on the night and 2 blocks in the back. Another fumble. Ben Harmon will keep it. He'll go ahead and fall down, and 40 seconds left here. Give credit to the Minco fans. They're staying positive and pumped up for their crew. Give them credit. Quality group. This is a first-class organization and school. The administration here at Minco are fantastic. Never had a bad situation for them. I've talked to the parents. I've seen a lot of the parents in a lot of places. So with that, we've got 12 seconds, 10, 11. We'll take a knee, and that'll be the end of the first half where your Cashion Wildcats go backwards. Had a chance to put another score on, but we'll go backwards. But we'll retain the lead 28-0 here on Cashion Wildcat TV. So proud to have you. So glad to have you here. Certainly it's been a lot of great plays, a lot of opportunities to improve, to clean up for the Cashion Wildcats. We're going to go to a quick timeout. We're going to have Bella Shank, basketball player, coming back to join us here as our student highlight, athlete highlight for the Cashion side. Hang tight with us as we go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle, as your Cashion Wildcats are up big on the hometown Minco Bulldogs, 28-0.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Have a pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems: spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat athletes.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211. For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC. Christy Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
Hey, it's Chris here. The Cashion Wildcats have a legacy of success. Hard work and being prepared is how that legacy is protected. Home, auto, business, or life, the agents at Gibson Legacy Insurance will do the hard work to make sure you are prepared and your legacy is protected. Call or text me today at 405-283-3947 for your free insurance quotes. Go Wildcats!
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape. We're doing good.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcat TV. It's halftime where your Cashion Wildcats are up big 28-0 over the hometown Minco Bulldogs. And if you notice something, my man Chris Gibson is missing, and he's been replaced by Miss Bella Shanks, senior do-it-all. So welcome to the halftime show. Are you excited to be here?
I'm so excited.
When did you find out that you're going to be doing this?
Probably like 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago, yeah. Coach Hardaway. So we got a text that Bella Shank's coming up. I said, awesome. We get to talk to Bella Shank. It's fantastic. So Bella, we're so grateful to have you up here. You're already smiling. You're already in a good mood. We had Jake Wilkerson on last week. He did great. You're going to do better than him, right?
Oh, I don't know. I can't beat Jake.
Yeah, Jake's a good guy too. We love him. Well, we definitely want to jump into basketball for sure. But you're also a trainer here on the football team.
Yep.
And you've got some personal friends here joining you. But training is not super glamorous, is it?
It's not. A couple games ago, we had one of us move out of the sidelines and almost get tackled. One of us actually got tackled and caught. It's fun. It's awesome, but it can definitely get dirty sometimes.
So why are you? We won't say anyone else, but why did you want to be a trainer? What's the allure?
I've grown up around OU football.
Okay.
I know you have too. Everybody has. I mean, everybody should. Let me rephrase that. I just love the game of football. I love watching it. Everything about it. It's just so enthralling, and I just can't take my eyes off the game when I'm in there. It's good.
All right, so as they would say, wife material, right? So certainly, if you love college football, that's fantastic. So we appreciate a little bit of the stories, and I love the idea that you're passionate. I just didn't know what drew people to want to be a trainer. I thought maybe they wanted.
It's like behind the scenes.
Yeah. So with that, I know we could probably talk about laundry, but we'll kind of move along.
You don't want to know.
No. So right now you're in off-season basketball as well, Coach Taylor. So how's that going along right for you right now?
It's awesome. I think this group of girls just bonds so well. We're close. And Coach Taylor, I've grown up around her. It's such a great setup that we have. We're all friends. Obviously, the whole town is just so close. It's just the perfect setup this year. I think it's just going to be great, everything about it.
So if for those of us, I know we've followed basketball in the past, and I absolutely, with my daughter Kate, I'm like, you're talking about you're enamored with college football and football. With my daughter now, with Kate playing, softball, and I'm coaching her in basketball, I'm absolutely just laser focused, and I'm really into, in essence, I didn't have that with 4 boys, and I'm really, trying to watch and see what's going on. What are any big differences or changes? You lost a couple of big seniors last year. Is there a change in the culture with the team, or is it something that you're picking up, or you and maybe somebody else on the team? What's the atmosphere and the culture like right now?
I think it's obviously like we're trying to mend that hole that Kaiten and Kaylin and all those great seniors left. And Kaiten was such a spectacular point guard, and I think Neely's going to step up in that spot pretty well. She's a great at just pointing everything out, and she can really lead us. So that's kind of like just mending that hole right now, but I think we're going to just slide right in so well. I mean, it's just we're all so close. It's just kind of easy on us.
Fantastic. Well stated. So we know the off season's moving on. I don't see see a brace on you, which is good. So last year stunk, right? Last year was
for
hard.
sure.
Like no one, I would never wish on anyone. And I have one of the things I tell Kate about, and I tell all the boys in the family, is that I see your work ethic as unmatched. Like whenever we would roll around in the gym, you would have already been there for an hour. So I felt, I always, we always cheer for everybody, right? But I felt especially bad about your injury because I know you have worked so hard to craft your game, to do well, to help the team get to state. I have to believe last year was really, really hard for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously hard to watch from the sidelines, the game you love, but also I got the opportunity to just watch my teammates play that game. I got to watch them have fun. It was kind of just this unreal experience. I got to be like a fan for once. Obviously, it wasn't my decision, but I wouldn't have traded it, honestly. It was just great to see them grow.
Well, that's very mature of you, and I know that's going to help you be a leader on this team coming forward. You kind of coach on the sideline, like learning the game from a different perspective. That's really well stated. So as we move forward, we'll be highlighting Cashion basketball coming up on CWTV. We're going to be super excited to follow you and the team, Brooke and Izzy and everybody else, and Bedek for sure. We're expecting big things from you guys this year as well. Get back to state. You just missed it last year. So with that, we're gonna kind of close down the interview. You're doing fantastic. You're a natural at this. We always end every one of our student athlete highlights with what's it like to grow up in Cashion. So how long have you lived in Cashion?
I think this is ninth year.
9th year.
8th or 9th.
8th or 9th. And we know that your dad's at the school, so we won't go there, right? We won't even talk about how hard it is to have a dad that's a principal at the school.
It's great. But
we love the Shank family, and you guys are fantastic. But as you think about just growing up, what makes Cashion a special place to live?
It's almost like you have this whole town that's your family. Like it's just a different experience than being at some bigger school. You know everybody. You can go to anybody. You can have anybody to just lean on anytime you need. And it's right, around the corner. You can walk through the neighborhood. You can talk to people. It's just so comforting to have so many people by your side and just ready to help you whenever you need it.
Yeah, well, extremely great job. I love that answer. That was fantastic, and certainly we're lucky to have you and the Shank family here. We're lucky to have you. You're fantastic, helping us out with dirty towels and making sure that our guys are squared away and on the field. Hopefully, another gold ball run for the football team, and certainly we'll be looking forward to catching and following you on the basketball court. I'm super excited to see you back on the court, so we'll definitely want to follow you. So Bella, great job. Congrats on everything. We appreciate you. That was Bella Shank, superstar senior basketball and trainer. We're looking forward to watching her on CWTV this winter and later on and during the basketball season. We're going to take a quick timeout. We've got my man Lane coming in with halftime stats with Chris. And with that, we'll go to a quick timeout. We appreciate you joining us here on Cashion Wildcat TV.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today. 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats! Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion.
All right, we're here with Lane. Let's get some lesson with Lane.
Yeah.
All right, first half. Story of the first half. Penalties?
Penalties kind of weren't too good. I bet you there's some locker room talk going on about penalties. But we thoroughly dominated them. That's about the most dominant half I've seen Cashion play in years. I mean, it was total domination.
Not a bad team. They're a team with big physical kids up front, and we struggled that first drive even getting any yards on run plays, and then after that, our young linemen kind of stepped up and started making some blocks and
when I first walked out there on the field, I mean, there was 8 or 9 of them kids that weighed 250 and higher. I mean, they were huge.
Yeah.
There's number 73, I think, on the sidelines. It's freshman, 6'5", and probably 330. He is monstrous. But they look big. I'm like, man, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. I mean, Camden Maroney, he's a buck 70 or 80 and about 5'8", and man, I thought we were going to have a little bit of trouble with them. But our skill positions are so much better than theirs. Ben Harmon played good. He checked down pretty well in that first half. Man, it was pretty impressive. I kind of thought we were going to have a little bit of a problem with them. Thomas does not play this week, so they were here tonight, and all the Thomas kids were here watching the game, and so it's going to be a heck of a game next week. Thomas is for real.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned that a few times, seeing the kids walk by, the Thomas kids.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know they're here watching probably Cashion for sure. They're probably thinking we might see Minco a little bit. But, yeah, they're wanting to get a head start on scouting. I'm sure they worked on us all week this week.
Right.
But, yeah, they're going to have some big boys just like Minco does tonight.
Man, I still say Matthew Farrow, the biggest hitter we've ever had in Cashion, in the history of Cashion. But Jacob Farrow's not far behind. Golly, he laid that number 3 out on that kickoff. Man,
I told Nima, I said, that kid's got to be back there going, can somebody please put just a hand on this kid
right.
and slow him down? Because he just
he was untouched from the kickoff. He was untouched all the way to 3 and laid him out.
Until he put his helmet in his chest.
Golly, that hurt.
Well, let's go over some of the stats. Defensively, how many total yards did Minco even have?
Minco
I mean, there was only
19,
like 2 plays that
they only had 19 total plays for 21 yards. We had a total of 38 offensive plays for 345.
Wow.
They had 10 carries for 2 yards. They switched out quarterbacks halfway through the game, and it looked to me like their coach was getting ready to just throw the ball all over the field, just try to make it respectable, but they couldn't even handle us at that point.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to start doing that, and they aired it out to Overton over here, and Lagasse was running step for step. And then kind of what looked like Coach Wood did was just kind of move Max Brown and Ben Harmon over the top of Overton, where they didn't have anything deep. And, man, the kid, I think he can throw the ball around, but he doesn't have time to make that decision. And the speed that we have coming at him, it's kind of got in his head, I think, and really he doesn't have time to make big plays down the field.
Mason Manning is a star.
Yep.
I mean, he's gotten better since week 1, which we saw him play last year and thought he was going to be pretty good, but he's gotten the weight room and gotten big and physical, and he just kind of pops off the page at you.
Yeah, that's one thing that I saw early on. There was a few times it was just him and the ball carrier, and if the ball carrier would have made him miss, he could have got some big yardage. And it's just, he sucks them in and the sheer tackles. Right. And to have a kid like that to be able to lean on over there and not have to have, a safety valve or anything like that, to know he's going to get them down, that's a big thing for the defense.
And, I told you before the game, I walked out in the field, and, them kids are so big on the sidelines. I'll tell you who I'll take in a wing eating contest, our coaching staff. We got about 6 guys on that coaching staff that are large dudes. Large.
And probably are not scared of about anything.
Yeah. Well, so we had, it's the usual suspects. Caden Harrell had 7 carries for 40 yards. Ben Harmon had 7 carries for 32 yards. Braxton Green, 2 carries for 17 yards. Ben Harmon, 16 of 22 for 256. 1 touchdown. He got in trouble a couple of times that maybe could have had an interception maybe. Yep. But Braxton Green had 6 catches for 97. Mason Manning, 5 catches for 85. Logan Lagasse showing up well tonight. He's got 3 catches for 66. Did it look to you like Braxton Green may have got hurt a little bit there in the first half and we tackled.
There
one
was
of the
a
ball
tackle he
carriers
came up
44,
and made on 44.
And grabbed his
just,
hand. Gosh,
yep.
I was like, oh, my gosh.
His arm was kind of hanging limp there as he walked away. I didn't really want to bring it up much because, I mean, he may have just been shaking it off. But, man, yeah, you hate to see a kid like that needs those hands, needs those arms to make those plays.
Another thing that we've got, you just can't discount the fact of how these kids that are playing out here today, they played against some 17 seniors last year, day in and day out. And so they get where they're not scared of anybody. And they're playing against such great competition that when it comes into these real games, they're like, we've played the best team in the state for the last year and a half.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And a bunch of these kids were in the game from, the second half of the third quarter on, and a lot of those games last year, and a lot of that experience, and they were just chomping at the bit to get a chance to be the man. And
I'd have to go back and look again. I don't remember another time that a team has had 21 yards on us in a half. That's kicking the crap out of people right there.
Well, that's kind of what Neem and I were talking about. The player of the game that first half for Minco was their punter because we had them backed down.
You're right on.
It's just what it was. I mean, we had them back down a few times, and there was only like one time I think we got the ball on our side of the 50.
I don't know the kids from Minco, but I'm shocked at how – I don't know about soft is how they don't play real hard. I mean, that 65 should be dominating. And he'll get kind of stood up, and he'll just kind of loaf after the ball's kind of past him. I was shocked that they weren't more aggressive than what they were.
Well, I think that first quarter, that first drive we had, I mean, they were making plays, and they were pumped up, and they were going. And I don't know if it's just the fact that maybe they get down when everything that they were doing, Cashion had something to answer it. And there was a time that Ben Harmon, they had him hemmed in. He put the ball down, kind of made a move. The guys kept blocking up front, wound up getting a first down, and it would have been 4th and long, and they wound up getting a first down. It's just kind of
I saw their coach Wardlaw was at O'Keene. I saw him play high school ball, and he was not a soft kid, and I'm sure he's coached these kids up. I was taken aback the first 10 plays of the game where they just didn't play just extremely hard.
Yep. Well, Lane, thanks for stopping in. We'll see you at the end of the game with some more lessons from Lane.
All right.
And look forward to the second half and seeing what we got going. Thanks, Lane.
And are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats! Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today, 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend.
All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma. It's Neiman Abavi, my man Chris Gibson, as we have the beginning of second half action here in Minco, Oklahoma, as your Cashion Wildcats here on CWTV, powered by Squirtle, are up 28-0 over the hometown Minco Bulldogs. Out to kick is our man Lance Christensen, the senior, from the 40. This time we'll be moving from north to south, left to right. Back deep is number 33. And number 33, Lance Littlejohn and Jackson Overton. Kick is it out to Overton, who had a huge return in the last kickoff. He'll work back to the middle. Coverage is there. Pippin will chase him outside, will grab him, hang on to him. Great open field tackle there by the junior. Number 7 on Gabe Overton, Jackson Overton, and that'll get the ball out all the way out to about the 31-yard line.
Now, Gavin did a good job just taking on that block, staying in his lane as Overton tried to get around that edge, just sloughed off the blocker, got out there and made a sure tackle. Good job by Gavin on that kickoff return. And you noticed he ran away from Jacob Farrell that time.
So they're going to keep the freshman in there. Reed McMurtry, it's going to be his go here in the second half. He's in the backfield, joined with my man Lance Littlejohn. Snap, give to Littlejohn up the middle. He'll keep. He's got a lane. The body in with the tackle, undercut there by Jacob Farrow. A little sandwich, but not after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards there by Littlejohn on first down. Actually, about 7 yards. Bring up second down and 3 here from looks like the 39. 2nd and 2, actually. They're going to give him 2 yards. Snap, give back to Littlejohn. He'll work back to left side. No block in the back there on Jacob Farrow, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's a stop, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, in the second half, they really came out and said, we're going to try to establish that run game and really pound the ball. And right now, they're coming out and blocking hard and making some holes. Let's see what our young guys up front can really stick their nose in there and keep them from really getting that push and letting our linebackers get something, make some plays in the backfield.
Aiden Howery checks out. He looks like he had a little injury coming in for him as number 73. Cashion with the blitz. Brexton Green on the pressure. Deep ball thrown out the fade to Overton. Over his head, out of bounds. Good coverage there by junior Gavin Phippen, making life rough out there for my man Jackson Overton, who's been working overtime to help out his Minco Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're going to try to get the ball to him just because he's such a playmaker. And that time they just try to get a little out and up on Gavin. And Gavin did a good job just standing in his back pocket. The kid made a little bit of a far throw and just right over his head. But Gavin was there to make a play if it would have been catchable.
2nd down and 10 from the 45. Got trips up top for the Minco Bulldogs. They've shown a 4 set the entire night. Snap, give to Littlejohn up the middle. He's met there, but Caden Harrell was there at first. Cuts it back in. Looks like we've got Nabavi, Vandruff, and Jacob Farrow there on the tackle, but not after a gain there of about 5 yards for Littlejohn. Certainly the run game has been the positive spark here for the Minco Bulldogs here in the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, they're using that size just to get that initial push off the ball and letting him just get the ball and run hard. He's a big kid, hard to bring down. And that time we had a few kids on him right there at the beginning, and he fell forward and got those 4 or 5 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 from the 49. Shotgun for Minco. Pass over the head of number 22. Pressure there from Nabavi, among others, to throw the bad pass. And with that incompletion, brings up 4th down and 5. I'm not sure if Minco is going to, what the heck, might as well go for it. 10-12 here in the third quarter. Fourth down. Intended receiver was number 22, Asher Kelly, senior, 5'10", 150. I think that was the first target for him on the night. Also split out wide is junior Will Holding, number 85, 5'9", 175 for the Minco Bulldogs. All right, well, looks like the Bulldogs will go for it. I'm going to guess Little John might get this one. Back to pass. Keeper, roll out to the right. Pressure, pursuit, Manning's there. They're going to get a hold call. Nabavi gets in the air. Finally brought down. Good job there by Jacob Farrow. Who's that on the ground? Is that Manning?
Yeah, Manning.
Manning may have caught a knee to the helmet. But we are going to have a penalty. It will be declined, and that'll be a turnover of downs to the Cashion Wildcats, most likely a holding. It'll be the first holding call, I believe, on Minco on the night. As it is holding, it'll be declined. And it'll be Cashion football here right around the 49-yard line to start the third quarter, first possession.
Yeah, the pursuit to the football that time by the Cashion defense was just, relentless. The kid made a good move, made a couple of good moves to kind of get out there on the edge and maybe had a chance to get a first down. But, man, it was one kid after another coming in, flying to the football and making plays.
Cashion with the ball, first down and 10, double back set. Nabavi and Green next to Harmon in shotgun. Snap. Green out there to the right. He's got a lane, hangs on the ball. Nice work there. The ball does come loose. I was just praising him for hanging on the ball. And you know what? If you're Minco, you have to do that. You have to go for the ball. You're down 28-0. You have to try to create something. And so with that turnover, you rarely see that from Brexton Green. It'll be a turnover, and it'll be Minco ball right around the 48-yard line, first down and 10.
Yeah, Brexton, that's all they did. They were going for the ball. They weren't even really trying to go for the tackle. They were trying to tackle the ball. And that first kid that came through there, Brexton, had a good hold on the ball. The second one knocked it out, and they got on it.
So just like that, Cashion's back out on defense. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff keep by the quarterback. He'll roll to his right. Jackson Vandruff's there. A swing pass behind the line of scrimmage. It was forward, so it'll be incomplete pass. Headsy play there by the freshman, but also dangerous at the same time. Looking for Jackson Overton over there on the sideline.
Yeah, on the play like that, a coach is thinking, all right, my quarterback's going to be able to sprint out there. If he has a lane, he can turn it up, or if he doesn't, he'll get it out to the edge. The speed that Cashion has on the edge and gets in his face on those plays, he has no other option just to get rid of the ball before it's a loss.
Yep, you're right, partner. So that brings up second down and 10. 9:48 left here in the third quarter. Quickly moving third quarter here. Little John in the backfield. It's a give. He'll look right. He'll look that side. No holding call. And Little John will work all the way forward. Looks like he'll get it all the way down to, looks like the 30, or actually the 44-yard line. It'll be short. It'll be third down and short. Looks like Overton got ran over by his own player and some tacklers. He's grabbing his side. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here for injury. With that, we've got 9:46 left. We'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV.
We've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Have a pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems. Spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat Athletes.
All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma. It's Neiman Abavi. Chris Gibson here in the booth doing our color. Third quarter action, 9:46 left here. Cashion up 28-0. Third down and short for the Minco Bulldogs after the timeout. Give to Little John. He'll work that side. He'll come back. He's met by Farrow along with Brexton Green. And that time, 44 had no chance on the block against Farrow. And that's a loss of about 1 or 2. And that'll bring up a big fourth down and about 3 here for the Minco Bulldogs.
Yeah, you had that blocker taking on Jacob Farrow, and Jacob Farrow was just driving him back. And when 44 got up there. I mean, he's a big, strong kid, but, man, Jacob Farrell just drove through both of those kids and got him down.
4th and 3. I don't expect a pass here, but you never know. Cashion showing blitz here. Looks like we got a timeout by Minco. Clock was running down. It was almost down to 0. Good job there by Coach Boardlaw to call the timeout. Certainly wouldn't want to take on another 5 yards here to make it 4th and 8. So with that, at 8:59 left here in the third quarter, it's your Cashion Wildcats on Cashion Wildcat TV up 28-0. We'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back in a sec.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
All right, welcome back from the timeout. It's 4th and 3 here. Big stop here for the Cashion defense if they can get it. And a turnover on downs, get the ball back. Bulldogs very tenacious, able to get that strip turnover from Brexton Green to get the ball back on their own turnover of downs. Shotgun snap. Littlejohn gets it. Caught from behind by Mason Manning, and that will be a turnover on downs. Great job by the outside linebacker coming in and getting Littlejohn's ankles. Jackson Vandriff with the cleanup. And it will be a turnover of downs back to the Cashion Wildcats. Great 2 series there for the Cashion Wildcat defense, going back-to-back essentially and getting the ball back both times.
Yeah, both times they had short yardage going into 2nd and 3rd down. And, man, the defense just stiffens up. Don't let them get those 2 or 3 extra yards to, really get to that first down yardage and just shuts them down. And, right there, I was thinking Minco, everybody's thinking they're going to try to run and get those 2 yards. Air it out a little bit. Try something out to get the ball down the field and get back in this game. And they just kind of played right into Cashion's hands and tried to go against that linebacking core, and it just didn't work out.
Nope, didn't. So with that, Cashion will take over on downs. 8:54 left here in the third quarter from the 45, Cashion 45. We've got Joey Wilson, Camden Maroney, Kyler George, Martinez, as well as Ritter on the line. Brexton Green up top, the senior. Landon Lagasse and Manning down below, junior. Junior Nick Nabavi at tight end. Senior Caden Harrell back there with junior Ben Harmon. Let's see if the Cashion Wildcats can get a score here. Shotgun pass out to Green on the hitch, out to the 50. He'll break a couple tackles, and it'll be a first down. Great job there. Yards after catch. Yak, yak, yak for my man Brexton Green. Showing tempo here, Cashion is going to keep moving pretty quick, as you offered up, Chris, earlier in the broadcast. First down and 10 from the Minco 43. 8:46 left here in the third quarter. Same formation. We got Green by himself down here on the short side. It's a give to Harrell up the middle. He finds a whole big lane. He's got a chance, makes a hurdle, runs over a few guys. That's a 20-yard run there from my man Caden Harrell. Full steam ahead, sir.
Yeah, you get Caden Harrell with a hole that size, and nobody touches him for 15 yards. I mean, I don't know what they're doing up front, but those boys have stepped up in this, from that first quarter on. Those boys up front have done a great job blowing holes in that front line.
Harrell with the give again. He'll go up that time. He'll just fall forward. Short gain of maybe about a yard. So good work by the Minco Bulldogs coming in. They had numbers in that area. You know what I've liked? I've seen a lot of guys going low at Harrell at his shins, and he's you've seen him hurdling quite a bit. He's been nimble on his feet to kind of jump over those low tacklers. Brings up second down and 9, 7:55 left here in the third quarter. This time, Cashion will split out Nabavi with Green and Manning. Lagasse by himself up top. Let's see what we've got here. Harmon in shotgun. Snap, back to pass, looking to his right. Rolls out, looking for Green, out on the 15, the 10. He stumbles forward, what would have been a touchdown. Will result in a first down and goal for the Cashion Wildcats right around the 6-7 yard line of Minco. Good job there by Harmon, kind of feeling the pressure, rolling out, finding Green in the soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, Brexton just saw him coming his way, found an open spot. Ben found him, and on the turnaround, Turf Monster got him.
Turf Monster. We saw it earlier. So we've got first down and goal from the 9, the dreaded 9-yard line. We got a bunch formation left. Max Brown is checked in for Brexton. Oh, no, Brexton Green is actually in the running back position with Caden Harrell. Little Wildcat action. Brexton Green keeps it to his left. He's got a block from Mason Manning. He'll get to the edge, and that'll be a touchdown. Another holding call on Manning. Hey, you know, at some point, friend, you either have to keep it in your pocket or you got to call in the other team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that time there was one on the backside. I don't know if a receiver got out there deep, but there was a flag, back deep in the backfield or in the secondary came in, and then there was another one on the side. So I don't know if there was two different holding calls or where they saw that was going on. But, man, you think Mason Manning is out there, and he's just doing his job, blocking, getting his hands inside and driving somebody. To me, that's not a hold, but maybe they're seeing him grab onto his jersey.
I just think I don't know what they're seeing. I'm sorry. And if those are holds, I'm not sure why we're not seeing it on the other side. But nonetheless, we know Peter Abernath and his crew, they've done a fantastic job. And maybe it's just time to get a clarification. But what you're seeing is what I'm seeing here on Cashion Wildcat Homer TV. Harmon back to pass, looks across the middle. Not sure what he was looking at. Manning, I'm not sure if Manning stopped. Maybe he was expecting him to find a spot closer to the end zone, but that will fall incomplete, and that will bring down second down and goal from the 19. How many?
You called it earlier, the dreaded 9-yard line. We get to the 9-yard line and we hold.
So we've got a little cramp action. It's to be expected. Kids, from the standpoint of limited training, no spring practices, limited summer, formal training, shortened season here in terms of the two-a-days, etc. Kids are trying to get back into shape. Certainly can see the scenario and situation. And as you're looking on, every kid based on COVID's got their own water bottle and kind of having to manage through that. So it looks like we still got we've got a Minco player working through a cramp. We'll go to a quick timeout, and hopefully I'll get myself calmed down on the number of holding calls that are they're picking on my man Mason Manning. So we'll be right back here in a couple secs.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back. We definitely love our sponsors. If you notice the Community State Bank there with the Community State Bank a Squirtle Cashion Wildcat scoreboard, we love them. Great night to be the inaugural scoreboard sponsors. We got 28 up on the board and 0 for Bulldogs. Second down and 19. Harmon in shotgun, looking out to his right. High, going up high. Mason Manning usually comes up with that. He was probably looking to make that run after that catch. Isn't able to come down with it. Now bring up third down and 19. I wonder, do we kick the field goal with Lance Christensen here?
You might as well try. Give him some experience at a deeper kick.
Yeah.
And because at some point later in the season,
you might need it.
You might come in handy.
Now, I know Shaq is looking to score here, but it is third down and goal from the 19. 6:35 left here in the third quarter. Let's see if we can't get a positive play without a holding call. trips down below. Tight end set with Nick Nababi. Caden Harrell joining Harmon. Let's see if Harmon may be rolling right. Let's see what. And we have what, a delay of game? Yeah, we have delay of game. So hey, why not make it 3rd down and 24? Who cares? So with the mark off on the and at that point, I don't think Shaq was going to waste a timeout, I guess, or stop the clock. He's just, let's just run it. Your 19-yard play is your 24-yard play, so same
That's kind of
play.
what he said. He said, "Go ahead and run it. Let's go."
Harmon in shotgun, fake to Caden Harrell. He'll look across the middle, going deep. He's got Nababi on the corner route. Nababi with the catch and the touchdown. Junior, my man, number 4, falling backwards. I know he wanted a one-hand out, but that is his first varsity touchdown as a Cashion Wildcat, my man. Big time. And there you go. If you needed 19, if you needed 24, just throw it up to number 4. The junior came down, falling down. Weren't expecting it. And that's another touchdown for the Cashion Wildcats here in the 3rd quarter of action. Nice work there by Harmon, putting the ball up. Nababi going up, reaching. He was going to make sure to do everything in his power to catch that touchdown.
Yeah, and I think that's a play that they've been working on the last 2 weeks, and they tried to get that play to open up last week and just didn't have the time for it to kind of get into the right spot. And this time had the time, touchdown, and extra point went through for another point.
So just like that, what was negative turned into a big play there from Harmon Jr. to junior Nick Nabavi in the corner for a 24-yard touchdown pass to make the score 35 for your Cashion Wildcats here on Cashion Wildcat TV to 0 for your hometown Minco Bulldogs. With that, we'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV.
Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
Hey, it's Chris here. The Cashion Wildcats have a legacy of success. Hard work and being prepared is how that legacy is protected. Home, auto, business, or life, the agents at Gibson Legacy Insurance will do the hard work to make sure you are prepared and your legacy is protected. Call or text me today at 405-283-3947 for your free insurance quotes. Go Wildcats!
All right, that's my man Legacy Insurance, my man Gibson Libis. That's a great commercial. That's a great picture, man. You made it ugly. Maybe next time you ought to just have the family and have you off to the side next time, Chris.
That's a good possibility. I should do that. 'Cause I'm just thankful my kids look like my beautiful wife.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, thank God for all of that. Me too as well. I'm with you on that one. So with the kickoff here, 6:25 left in the 3rd quarter. Cashion up 35-0. High onside. My man Overton with the ball. He'll come back to the middle looking to find something. Cuts back. Tripped up by Galvin Fippen. Another great tackle there by the junior. In coverage there was, looks like Dalen Stockton as well as your man Aiden Plummer. And so with that, Minco will take over right around, looks like the 35-yard line? Yeah, right around the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10. Hey, big shout out to Whitney Larimore down in Houston, Texas. We got a couple great texts from her. My man Doug Hammond's watching as well. Appreciate you all over the state and in Texas and the country watching. Appreciate you tuning in to CWTV. And again, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. Certainly want to give a shout out to them, and we'll do that here in a bit. 6:19, 1st and 10. Down 35-0. What's Minco going to do here, Chris?
They got to start passing the ball down the field, doing something to get Overton the ball, because that kid's the playmaker and hasn't had the ball yet.
Fumble.
And
so, my man, poor guy there, number 44, Keenan Mullings, has been working hard. He had cramps just earlier. You can just tell they've been working hard. Who's that down for Cashion? Is that Caden Harrell? Sure is. He's grabbing his, is he cramping? Let's hope that's a cramp. So with the turnover, with the turnover, it'll be Cashion ball right around the, looks like the 35-yard line. That was Keenan Mullings, who's been running hard all day today for the Minco Bulldogs. Props to him. And look, man, this just shows you the heart of the Minco Bulldogs. I'm telling you, I know this is not Coach Wardlaw's probably his most physical or most tenured team, right? But as you started, they're not going to give up. They have a strong culture for football here, and I expect to have 1.5 more quarters of strong football from Minco here. I was right into Kevin Russell's family, great family. Kevin was a great quarterback here for Minco last year, and he's at, I believe, Rochester University. I believe it may be either in Minnesota or Memphis, Tennessee. I think it's in Minnesota. Talked to them, and they're a great family, great Minco family. Talking about some of the kids that they had lost last year, and certainly, they're young and making up for that, and you're seeing that effort here, and it's falling on the shoulders of some folks like Jackson Overton, senior Jackson Overton and Keenan Mullings, as they continue to grow. Looks like Caden Harrell's fine. He's walking off. When you got the calves of size of cantaloupes, that's going to happen, with the cramps. So with that, the Cashion offense will come back out. Caden Harrell will get a breather. Brexton Green will find his way to running back with Nick Nababi. Jackson Vandruff at the H-back. We've got Landon Lagasse out top and Mason Manning down below. First down and 10 from the 35. 6-10. Keep Harmon will look to pass. He'll go deep. He's looking deep. He's got Manning across the middle. Nobody's there. And it will be an interception. Overton there playing deep safety, playing center field, can of corn. And he'll get the turnover. That will be the second turnover for the Cashion Wildcats on the day. Cashion was +3 on the season thus far. I think we've had, how many have we gotten today so far? So we still may be up 1 or 2 already, but certainly I know Ben would want that one back. I think he was going to do everything he could to get the ball to Manning.
Yeah, I mean he just kind of let it over the middle of the field just a little too much. Manning was kind of coming on that.
He saw the
post,
safety,
and yeah, he just didn't get it delivered to where it needed to.
So back-to-back turnovers. Minco with the ball, handoff up the middle. Littlejohn Bowles gets hit. About a couple of yards there. Looks like, my man Aiden Plummer. High-energy kid, man. High-energy kid.
The kid has a motor, and, if you've watched him the last few weeks, he may not be in on every tackle, but he is go, go, go. And whenever he's on special teams, pick him out and watch him because he runs down there and hits somebody every single time he's on the field.
Absolutely love it. Give back to Littlejohn up the middle. Aiden Plummer's there along with Jackson Vandruff. That was 2nd and 6. It looks like it'll be about 3rd and about 2 or 3. Well, it looks like very close to a first down. Actually, it will be a first down for Littlejohn on that last carry. So nice work, 6-yard carry. We'll bring up first down and 10. 5:19 on the tackle, Vandruff and Plummer. McMurtry back, handoff back at the Littlejohn. He's got a big hole, cuts back up. Brexton Green filling this at the safety spot, and that's a nice run of about 12 yards for another first down. Looks like Jackson Vandruff is now cramping up. Looks like it's pretty contagious.
I think all 3 games that we've played, man, you get to the middle of the third quarter, and these kids, man, just start cramping up. You would think this week it's been kind of a nice, cool week, but, man, it's pretty muggy out here tonight, and they're losing a lot of fluids, sweating a lot, and it's just one of those things that's going to happen, and get a kid stretched out, and they want to get back in.
Yep, amen. So just want to make sure and mention Aiden Williams is checked in at D-line. It looks like Caden Harrell will come back in. Aiden Plummer will have a seat. It'll be first down and 10 for the Minco Bulldogs here with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. We're going to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat Football.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
All right, welcome back here at CWTV, and love our sponsor. They're our new sponsor, Absolute Pools. They're Marcus Jerry. Pools Landscaping and Lawn does great work. If you looked at those pictures in that commercial, fantastic. So with that, it is first down and 10 from the 44, 4:57 running clock here in the third quarter. Freshman Reed McMurtry, I'm never going to get it right. He's in. Blitz is on. He looks to pass. Keeps it. Looks across the middle. Gavin Fippen on the tackle, but not after a catch there by Jackson Overton. And it'll be about a 9-yard gain there for Overton. Looked like he was trying to say he was not down.
Emerging pass complete to Overton.
We got second down and about 8 or 9. Minco Bulldogs moving their best possession of the night for them for sure. Joey Wilson, Aiden Williams in, along with Kyler George on the line. Blitz, screen pass, going up high. Nick Nabavi on the hit, along with, well, actually it was Mason Manning cutting number 22, Asher Kelly, in half. Kelly's going to come back and say, hey, freshman, keep those passes a little low. I like my midsection the way it is.
And I'm looking to see if this Minco coach doesn't give him a chance to kind of use his arm, throw the ball around, get him some experience going against this defense, and all the while, try to move the ball down the field, conserving as much time as they can to get the ball down the field and score.
Max Brown's checked in for Ben Harmon at safety. Gavin Phippen, that'll be the view. Actually, we got a timeout here. I was going to say that it'll be number 3, Jackson Overton versus Gavin Phippen there on the field side. So with that timeout, with 4:11 here in the third quarter, what was a fast-moving third quarter now has slowed down and bogged down to negative work
Dragon.
speed. It's your Cashion Wildcats here on CWTV, powered by Squirtle, and I'm on mute. Thank you. I'm up now. It's all right. You didn't need to hear me anyway. They're up 35-0. Here we'll go to a quick timeout.
Tishner.
Yeah, thank you, Tishner. It was only one commercial. We came back, and in fact, I was giving a lot of love to Absolute Pools, one of our new sponsors. But thank you, Chad, Coach Tishner, with the call out. Hey, actually, we'll go ahead and keep it here. I want to give an awesome shout out to of our awesome new sponsors. My man at Gibson Legacy Insurance. You saw that great commercial. Definitely love them joining us in the family. Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree. Earl Ogletree's group, law firm down in downtown Oklahoma City, taking care of you. Community State Bank, you see them all over the place. They definitely want to. They have been a great community sponsor of Cashion Athletics in the past, and certainly are there on the scoreboard as well. Blue Ribbon Construction with Mike Shaddix, as well as Absolute Pools. Christy Perry, attorney at law, appreciate them, and Water Heater Man with Daryl Farrell. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Minco Bulldog snap, pass, tipped. Good job there by Farrow. Great coverage on the edge there by Landon Lagasse on Overton, and that'll bring up 4th down and 2.
Yeah, and they are letting him try to throw the ball around, but man, the quickness of those linebackers to kind of get in his face, jump, get their hands up, and they're not really giving him any kind of lane to find one of his receivers. He's got some quick receivers out there, and if he could get the ball to him, he might be able to make something happen. But look here to try to get 2 yards. They're probably maybe just going to try to run the ball, or maybe like I said earlier, maybe they'll surprise us and try to go deep or something.
Razzle dazzle, how about a hook and lateral, something like that. 4th down and 2, big down here. Blitz is on, pressure's up, across the middle. Intended receiver is Overton. It falls short. My man Reed was looking for that one small window that he had. Great coverage out there by Manning. And with that, that's another turnover of downs for the Cashion Wildcats, doing great work holding up this shutout. And they'll take over here with 4:03 left in the third quarter, up 35-0. So Cashion keeping their starters in. Probably most likely this will be the last drive for the starters. Probably see the JV here or start to substitute here in the fourth quarter. Ben Harmon out there, Manning, Brexton Green, Caden Harrell, Gavin Phippen in for Nabavi, and as well as Landon Lagasse. Probably a little run here for Caden Harrell. Snap, low snap, screenplay to Brexton Green. He'll knock it down. They're going to ask for a backwards pass. It was forward as Brexton came back to it. Incomplete pass. Correct call there by Peter Abernathy and the crew, but we do have a flag. Am I going to guess holding? You want to guess holding, friend?
I don't know how there was a holding call in about 2 seconds of play.
So Cashion is coming close to double digits on holding calls. I'm just flabbergasted altogether. So call out there. So with that, it looks like that will march the ball back. So we're used to this. Cashion just working on extra
still
yardage.
First down.
It's still first down. Is it 1st and 20? It is. It's 1st and 20 for the Cashion Wildcats. Been saying that all night tonight. Been working on that 1st and 20 play. Last time Cashion was able to convert on a 3rd and 24. Nabavi was able to catch that touchdown. The 5th score of the night for the Cashion Wildcats. Trips up top, ace below. Caden Harrell to the right of Harmon. Harmon in shotgun. Snap. Keeper by Harmon. He's looking for the lead block, and he'll be tackled behind for a loss. Nice job there by Keenan Mullings, DN, senior, 5'11", 190, finding Ben Harmon on the loss. And that'll bring up second and extra long here with 3:36 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that time it looked like Ben, it was a little higher snap, got the timing off. I think the ball was supposed to go to Caden. Just put his head down, tried to get as much as he could out of there. This second half, we've had some success, but then, bam, just scooting us back. And, before the game, what did I talk about? Having a good, clean game, really work on being disciplined. And the holding calls, there's some of those in there that I didn't see where some of those were. But, man, at some point you got to take and own it and say, we got to get better. We got to figure out what we're doing and learn from it. And I think Coach Shackelford and the other coaches on the coaching staff are going to watch this film, learn from it, and say, guys, this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to fix it, and we're not going to get another 200 yards of penalties.
Well, when you've tripled the yardage of your team, the opposing team, based on your own penalty yards, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good. It's clearly not a bad. It's not a good thing, but to still be up 35-0, this team just figures out how to win and stay control. And again, we've talked about this. Last year's team leaned on the defense, continues to lean on the defense, and they'll continue to do that here again, and then making big plays. 2nd down, 25 from there. Cashion 33. I can still see in our press box the 2nd down box and the 1st down marker, so it's still not that bad. We can still see it without having to lean out the window. We got a tight end set, fumble, kick forward. Manning will get it. He'll work forward. I'm not sure if he can move that forward on a play like that. They may call it dead where he received the fumble.
Yep.
Or at least on 4th down, I don't think you can kick it forward, but Ben's had some difficulty on the snaps today. That's probably about the 4th or 5th one on the night. I don't know if the team's kind of checked out knowing they're up 35-0. I guess it's, again, a good problem to have. So with 2:51 left here in the 3rd quarter, 3rd down and about 20. We'll give the 5-yard fumble and pitch to Manning. Keep Harmon back to pass, looking for Manning, streaking down the sideline, comes back, Manning with the catch, comes up to the 35, makes a move, to the 30, spin move, hits circle, square, triangle, and they eventually bring him down to the 29. Nice work there. Good ball by Harmon, just throwing it up there, knowing where his receiver's going to be, and Manning was able to come up and, of course, make a few guys miss for the 1st down.
Yeah, Manning streaking down the sideline there, had the guy beat deep. Ben just kind of put it on the back shoulder, let him come back and get it, and make a good catch, turn and make a few misses and get big yardage. We keep talking about all the penalties, and in this game we still have complete control of the game. But next week against Thomas, a team that is going to make you pay if you have those penalties, you got to clean that stuff up.
Braxton Green on the hitch. Nice ball there. Tight spiral by Harmon, finding Green all the way out near the 1st down marker. Green making a few guys miss, says, hey, coach, give me a break. He's going to walk off. Look like he took a shot to the back, but it's not until he gets a 1st down, and it is 1st down and 10 with 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Cashion driving right around the 19-yard line of Minco. Looks like we got a timeout. We have a couple of Minco players who are tying shoelaces. Okay, so are they going to reset the clock? All right, they're going to call a timeout. We're going to get some water. So another stop and play here. We'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV as your Cashion Wildcats up big, 35-0.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today. 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
All right, welcome back to Minco, Oklahoma. It's Neiman Ababi here. Back here, it's Neiman Ababi here with Chris Gibson, my man, checking our volume. Cashion with first down and 10, 1:55 here in the third quarter. Harmon in shotgun. Snap, give to Caden Harrell, right side. He's got some blockers. Kyler George with the block, cuts it back up. Oh, hits the brakes, comes forward, pulls it over. Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. Caden Harrell on a 19-yard run, making blocks, making stutter steps. I swear to God, I think we've hit every single button on the Xbox on the Xbox controller. No flags. Do we have any flags? We do have a flag, my friend. Why not? Why not have a flag?
For the course tonight.
This one is at the goal line, though, so there may have been holding there. Hey, at some point, Chris. I mean, I know there can be holding on every single call, but yep, here we go. Okay, so it was a unsportsmanlike after the touchdown. So the touchdown stands. So great run there, 19-yard run by Cashion Wildcat running back senior Caden Harrell. How many is that for him on the day? Is that his third one? His third touchdown of the night. Great work there by the senior, racking up the yards and the touchdowns, showing some nifty moves there on the sideline, staying patient with his blocks. That's the one thing I've absolutely loved about him this year. That'll bring out Brexton Green on the hold. Senior Lance Christensen with the kick here to kick is blocked. So, with the Chris is asking for his Vegas line to come through. I'm sorry. So, with that, it will stay Cashion 41, Minco nothing here with 1:40 left in the third quarter. Nice run there by Caden Harrell, don't you think?
Yeah, just a good run. Like you said, he was being patient. Lagasse was out there putting a block out for him, and Caden, all he did was just kind of play off of him, and as soon as he saw that Landon got up into his body, well, then he took off on that outside shoulder and got around the edge for the touchdown.
Yeah, great job there by Kyler George as well out there on the right side. Saw him pulling, coming out. You know, we're used to seeing that 57, Ryan Baker, and 55, Harley Miller coming around. Great job there by Kyler George sealing off that linebacker and really giving after a nice hole, giving Caden Harrell a chance to kind of visualize where he needed to go, and the rest was history. So with that, Cashion is up big, 41-0 here, 1:40 left in just the third quarter. Most likely we probably will see this starting defense here for one more series, and then the fourth quarter, possibly with a running clock, we might see some of the JV freshmen coming in. Getting some text. We really appreciate all of you guys texting. I love it. I love it. We appreciate you guys. We need it. We need all the help. I know I need all the help I can get. We appreciate you guys watching and letting us know about mics and what's going on. It means a lot. It really does.
I think Lee's going to start next week helping us right? Up in the booth.
We love you, Lee and Eric Williams. Whitney's chimed in. We appreciate it. High onside. Looks like Overton will have a chance. He'll catch it. The pursuit is on. He's got a lane. He's got a chance to the outside. Nice cutback. Nice job there. Nice job. I really appreciate my man Kai Gilbert coming back in. Seth coming back in and making Overton cut it back in to the pursuit, eventually getting tackled. So
I mean, he took on his blocker, stayed in his lane, and made it, like you said, made him turn it back in. But I think he actually got his hand in there and made the tackle.
So Overton with a nice return. He's had a couple of nice returns for the Minco Bulldogs. Again, we talked about him from the outset in the beginning. A great athlete, a big-time receiver, great wheels. Coming out is now sophomore Hunter Mullinex, the sophomore 5'8", 165. He's going to get a chance to get the reins again. Snap, give to Little John. He'll keep, swing pass out to wide. It'll forward pass the intended receivers, number 22, Asher Kelly, the senior, a little high. Mullinex showing some good arm strength out there to get it out there. That was a long ways from opposite hash all the way across the field. We'll bring up second down and 10. 1:21 left here. Clock stops. I'm not sure when they're going to run the clock. But Minco from the Cashion 42. Mullinex joined by Little John in the backfield. Trips up top. Give to Little John. It's a keep by Mullinex. Nababi out there in coverage. He slows him down. Eventually he's able to wrap him around the waist. Get a little help there with, looks like, of course, my man Jacob Farrow. The guy's got about 100 tackles, as well as Joey Wilson, another junior out there doing good work. So with that, it'll be a Molinex with a nice run. The cutback gets about 5 yards, bring up 3rd down and 5 with 56 seconds left here in the third quarter.
That was a good read by that quarterback right there. Had the good fake, pulled the ball when that defensive end kind of crashed in, and pulled it and got a good 5 yards out of it.
Motion, Overton. Jet sweep, keep the Little John up the middle. Aiden Plummer up filling the hole. Nice work there, steady work. Unfortunately, the umpire gets knocked down, poor guy. But not till probably in the biggest plays of the game for the Minco Bulldogs. Great work. I tell you what, Littlejohn, you talked about Lance Littlejohn early on. He has shown absolute nonstop, no quit, and has been the workhorse here for the Minco Bulldogs.
Definitely has a motor. Him and Overton, they have been getting tackled and hit hard, and man, there's a few times that Overton got hit that I didn't think he was going to get back up. Man, he's got back out there and played his heart out.
Absolutely. Kudos to the Minco Bulldogs. Molinex with the snap. He's going to keep it. Swing pass out to Overton, looking for a lane. Gavin Fippen fends off the blocker. I couldn't see it, but it looks like made the tackle out of bounds. Yep. But Overton looks like he was able to get about 5 yards on that last play. Brings up about 2nd and 5 here. And that will be the end of the third quarter here as your Cashion Wildcats here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle, are up big on the hometown Minco Bulldogs, 41-0. So, Chris, let's go to a quick timeout. We'll catch our breath. I'll check my mic. And we'll come back here for fourth quarter action as your Cashion Wildcats are up big here on the road against the Minco Bulldogs.
Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats! Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today, 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
All right, welcome back. Fourth quarter action just beginning. Minco Bulldogs 2nd and 6 from the Cashion 15, looking for their first score of the night. Molinex, sophomore quarterback, back. He hands it off to Little John, and there's my man, Jacob Farrow, behind the line of scrimmage. Another TFL. That's tackle for loss for you folks. And that will bring up a big 3rd down and 6 here for the Cashion defense.
Because that was a perfect example of the guys up front taking on blockers, creating lanes for your linebacker to come through and make a big stick in the backfield. If you want to go back and watch that play, just watch those front guys take those blockers on and create lanes for those linebackers to come in and make big plays like that.
Cashion wanting to hang on to this shutout. Molinex in shotgun. Back to pass, looking to his right, looking for a corner. He'll go ahead and keep it. He'll come up. Flushed out. Farrow's there. Makes a move. Can't get rid of Farrow. Farrow grabs him by the waist, hangs on. Who else was out there? Was that Aiden Plummer? Aiden Plummer comes out for cleanup, and we have another flag. We have a sideline warning against Cashion. Okay.
I don't think it's a warning anymore. I think
no, we've already had a couple of those. So hey, might as well just keep calling it.
I think that's 175 yards of penalties tonight. I think is what Lane. I think.
So with that mark off, instead of 4th and 5, it's 1st down and goal for the Minco Bulldogs, threatening to score here. 11:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Cashion Wildcats can bow up. Can't blame that one on the players. Molinex in shotgun. He'll snap. Oh, do we have a fault? Is that a penalty against Minco? It sure is. False start. The Cashion fans cheering. It actually can happen. And we got an air horn or two. Little letting my man Peter Abernathy and the crew. They've worked really hard tonight. You know, and they didn't. You know what? The one thing about officials, they didn't get any two-a-days. They didn't get any scrimmages. There wasn't 7-on-7 to warm up. So with that mark off, it'll be first down and goal from the 11. 10:40 running clock here. Sophomore Molinex, quarterback in shotgun. Jet sweep. Keep. Molinex will keep up the middle. He slips a tackle. Hit hard. Fall forward. Fumble. The ball is loose. Cashion will get it. And we have a penalty. Is that going to be a late hit? That will be a late hit on Minco.
No, I think it was a celebration by Max Brown saying, thank you, I'll take this, and we'll keep the 0 on the board.
I don't know who made the hit. I saw Farrow and Green, Brexton Green, coming through. Molinex running hard, broke several tackles. I think he broke the tackle of Jacob Farrow. We'll have to see on the instant replay here. I know Chris has got his phone out, but nonetheless, Max Brown, Johnny on the spot, gets the recovery. There is a penalty. I'm not sure who the penalty is on. I think they're pointing on Cashion. I would be shocked if it wasn't on Cashion, but it looks like they waved their hand as in it was in the end zone in terms of recovery. So it means
Cashion. Landon Lagasse came in there and
put
a helmet on the ball, and it popped out, and then Max Brown was there to jump on it.
And so personal foul on Minco gives Cashion the ball back, and they will take over first down and 10.
No, I take that back. That was Brexton.
It was Brexton. I thought it was Brexton. I thought I saw Brexton flying in torpedo style. So from the 35, Cashion with the ball with 10-11.
So it was on Minco?
It was on Minco because the ball would have been at the 20 on the touchback. Ben Harmon in shotgun. Max Brown will get the ball. He'll work right side. Great speed burst. Comes back out. Nice work there by Brown. Gets it all the way out. Looks like about a 5 or 6 yard. I thought he had a chance. Nice job there by number 74 for Minco. That's Cassius Birchfield, senior, 6'3", 210. Nice job there by the senior left tackle or DN to come out and catch Brown from behind, which is not an easy task.
No, I talked about Max's speed earlier. I mean, the kid is quick. If he gets out there, I'm telling you, he's probably one of the fastest kids on the field right now.
So with that, Cashion has 2nd and 5. We've got a few subs in on the line. Good to see that. Gavin Fippen out, split out along with Landon Lagasse. Double tight end set. Triple tight end set, actually. Give to Brown right side. He'll work. He'll weave. Makes another guy move. Gets the outside face mask. And they'll get the call. Great job by Brown. Great vision. The kid's just shifting. And you know what? As he's making moves, he's accelerating through the hole. Fantastic run there by the sophomore.
Yeah, vision. You said it. The vision right there. I mean, a lot of kids will try to get to the edge and use their speed to get to the edge. And a lot of times in the varsity game, they're going to run you out of bounds. That time he just cut it up, put his foot in the ground, made a cut, and like you said, accelerated through the hole. And then, you know, once he got past a few guys, he bounced it out to that edge, and then the kid couldn't catch him, so he just grabbed his face mask.
So with 9-11 here in the third quarter, we now have the JV team that's come in. Max Brown is now split out. We've got Jake Branson at running back. We've got
deep.
We've got Stockton in on the slot. Up top, looks like we've got Jace Evans. Snap to Nabavi, he'll give, and we have a penalty. Yeah, that's right. You got to wait for the. That's exactly right. So Nabavi saying, hey, what do I do, coach? He's getting some instruction from Shaq. So with the mark off, it'll bring up first down and 15, 8:59. So it looks like we've got Tommy Branson in as well, brother-brother duo out there. We've got a lot of brothers out there happening for the Cashion Wildcats. I know what happens here in small towns. Nabavi in shotgun, Nathan Nabavi. Snap, give to Branson up the middle. He's looking for a hole, squeezes through. It gets about 1 yard, met in the hole there by a few Minco Bulldogs. Number 54, Derek Shantz, another freshman, and number 9 looks like Elijah Elijah Manley, another freshman for the Bulldogs. So basically we've got exhibition JV play here for the final 8:24. But again, for a chance for both sides, both groups to kind of build on their depth and their experience.
Yep. Just like I've talked about it time and time again, getting these kids some good experience and play time out there on a Friday night, under the Friday night lights is always a good thing.
Nababi with the keeper, pulls it under, makes a miss. Nice work there by the freshman, cuts it back outside, showing some of those wheels that his brother doesn't have. Is able to get it all the way out. Looks like a nice gain of about 10 yards out to about the 30. Nice job there by the freshman to make a Minco defender miss and got some extra yards, and brings up 3rd down and about 5 from the 40 on the Minco side of it.
I know you have one son that's going, which brother?
All of them. No, I'm just kidding. If we can't take a chance to make fun of a Nabavi kid, we're missing out. So that brings up 3rd down and 5 from the 30. 7:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Good job there by Nathan. Shotgun, give to Branson up the middle, looking for the cutback lane. Moves forward. Nice strength there by Branson to move the pile a couple of yards, and it'll bring up 4th down and short here, right around, looks like the 27-yard line. 26-yard line, I should say. So just as a shout out, I see Cooper Frazee out there at wide receiver, number 78, Brandon Kuykendall, 77, Jaden Miller on the line. We called out Branson. Certainly would make sure and try to get number 64, Tanner Dean. How could we forget Tanner Dean? And my man Gilbert's out there at wide receiver as well. So twins up top and below for Nabavi. 4th down and 2, 6:45 in the fourth quarter. Snap. Give to Branson. Branson cuts outside. Nice cutback inside. He's got a chance on the left side. Branson, 10-5, stumbles. Did he get in?
Yes.
Did he get in? Touchdown, Cashion. Wildcats. My man, Branson, Jake Branson. Nice vision, nice cutback. You knew he wanted that run.
Yeah, and that's – remember I talked about Jake Branson in the wrap-up show last year, of a kid that could come out and be a good player. You saw the speed and the cutback right there. I mean, this is a kid that is playing in cleanup time, and he has those moves and that vision and that speed. Great job by Jake to get in the end zone.
So with that, it is Cashion 47, Minco nothing. Cashion will not kick the extra point. They'll leave the JV offense out there. We got a lot of freshmen out there. I love it. We've got did we miss anybody else? Number 54. Is that
got Jay Sevens out there, number 21.
That's right, and Ryan Yandel as well out at right tackle.
And I think Jay Sevens on that touchdown play, it went the other way, but man, Jace was out there putting a block on a kid. Every time that Jace gets out there, he is finding somebody to block and hit. I love his energy and his willing to go down and hit somebody every time he gets on the field.
Absolutely. Let's see what Nabavi here has. 2-point conversion. He'll look to pass. He'll throw it up. He's got a ball. Corner route to Cooper Frazee. He's caught. Oh, it's just out of bounds. Goodness. Nice spiral from Nabavi. Put it on the spot to Frazee. Frazee was able to get to the corner, makes the catch, but I guess he steps just outside. And so with that, it will stay Cashion 47, Minco 0 here in the fourth quarter with 6:31 left here on CWTV. Hey, that's a good. Hey, that's a future matchup possibly. I don't know what the future is in store for Nabavi at quarterback, but certainly a gifted athlete in Cooper Frazee. The kid can hit home runs and pitch.
Yes.
He's a great baseball player. He's got great speed. I've watched Cooper and Nathan certainly play for a long time. And it was good to see that hook up there. Hopefully they can make that happen down the road.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan, last week, he had a chance to throw the ball deep, and he has a good arm on him. And, he may be little, but, man, he can throw the ball, and he's got time to grow and mature. And both of your older boys they kind of sprung up in size and physicality, between probably sophomore, junior year?
Late bloomers, you can say it.
Hey, it don't matter. You get up there to the junior, senior year, both those boys were Nick, you see Nick as a junior now, both athletes and athletic, and I'm sure Nathan will probably follow right in there.
Well, we'll see. He has to eat some peanut butter jelly sandwiches and get it loaded up on some cereal. But with that, we do have we've got a new kicker, number 6. Is that 6?
Yep.
Nice kick. Comes down. Number 7 with the catch around the 30. Comes across. Tackle. Nice job there. Looks like is Jackson Vandruff along with Jake
Jace Evans.
Jake Branson, Jace Evans, number 15. That was Colin Sadowski with the tackle. Nice work there. I don't have a number 6.
Yeah, I don't have him. I was looking at that.
We'll have to figure that out. But it was
anybody knows, text us.
Great kick there. I loved it. The future at kicking is strong there for the Cashion Wildcats. Nice work. So the JV defense will hustle out. Love seeing this. We've got Tommy Branson on the line.
Dalen Stockton.
Dalen Stockton. We've got
Stockton.
Yeah, we've got 54. Ryan Yandel as well. Linebackers Plummer. Snap. Give. Keeper by my man. Nice job by Gilbert. Seth Gilbert on the tackle says no, sir. Reed McMurtry with the loss on the play. Great job there by the sophomore Gilbert on the outside linebacker tackle for the loss. It brings up 2nd down and 11. 5:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Tanner Dean out there. We've got
Nick Jolliffe there at
Nick
middle
Jolliffe.
linebacker.
Love it. We got Nabavi and Frazee at safety. We got Stockton at corner. Keeper by the quarterback. Nabavi up there hanging on for dear life, makes him slow down. Good job by Nathan on the read there, coming downhill, trying to do his best. Braxton Green, Coach Wood telling him, get low, get to fit. Nice cleanup there by the rest of the crew. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 here for the Minco Bulldogs. 5:13. This is certainly 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. We've got Reed McMurtry. He's done great work for the Bulldogs today. Just a freshman, 5'9", 140. The future's bright for the Minco Bulldog quarterback. Joining him in the backfield is that number 19? We'll get some numbers out here. 15, Clayton Hughes. It's a give to Hughes. He'll cut right up the middle. Looks like a short gain. Tackled by 77. That's Jaden Miller. Nice job there by Jaden. He'll take a spell. Coming in for him is number 71 for Cashion. My man Aiden Williams. Love seeing Aiden Williams out there. I'll bring up 4th down and about 4:31 left. Cashion trying to hold on to that shutout.
Got their own.
Yeah,
got them on.
That's a tough one.
What I love to see is Coach Wood over there. This is majority of freshmen, sophomore, and he is still coaching his rear off and just wanting these kids to succeed. I love seeing that out of our coaches, and not just Coach Wood, all of them are over there just pushing these kids to be better. And yeah, it may be cleanup time, but this is their time to shine, and he's coaching them up just like he would if it was the first string out there.
Amen. Love Coach Wood. So with that penalty, Minco will go ahead and punt the ball. 44 senior Keenan Mullings, who's done great today. He'll go ahead and send that punt out. Nobody back in return for Cashion. That ball will roll all the way down. Another great punt there by Mullings to the 16, 17-yard line. Well, Cashion will take over with 3:44 left. Running clock here. Actually, it will stop. So Cashion will have a chance to send their offense back out there. Most likely a steady dose of run. I don't know if Coach Shack will let Nathan air it out, but love seeing that extra point corner route to Cooper Frazee on that extra point. All right, so the clock will run now as Cashion will come back out. We've got Jace Evans, we've got Gilbert, we've got Dalen Stockton, Jake Branson back there with Nabavi. We've got Cooper Frazee split out, ace up top. With the snap to give to Branson. Branson will look outside. He'll cut it back in. Nice cut back in there by Branson. He'll get about 2 or 3 yards. He'll bring up 2nd down and about 7. 3:21 left here in the game. Nabavi at this point is probably begging to keep it. We'll see what happens over there with Coach E-Rob. He'll sprint over. He says, Dad, why can't they just give me the play call? I don't want to run over to the sideline. All right. We got 2nd down and 7. 2:56 left here in the game. We've got Frazee, Stockton down below, Gilbert, and Evans up top. Snap. Give to Branson. Branson bounces it out. Great job. Gets to the 25 all the way to the 30. Nice job there by Cooper Frazee on the block. Hey, staple of wide receivers here at Cashion. You can catch, you will block. And nice work there by the freshman. And looks like we'll have a few more folks coming in for the Cashion Wildcats. 2:26 left here.
Yeah, I've got to find out which coach is in charge of the receivers blocking, coaching them.
I don't know if it's Archer or I'm not sure. But
because whoever it is, I mean, they're doing a great job because, yeah, there was a lot of holds called tonight, but those kids are getting in, holding their blocks, giving those running backs a chance when they get out there on the edge.
Branson with the give. Nice push there by Jake, making up for lost time. Gets about 4 or 5 on that. We got 1:55 left, moving the ball. Looks like we've got a few folks coming in. Number 81, Ashton Moore. Love seeing another freshman out there. Number 35. I don't have a name for 35. Sometimes they change the numbers on us. I apologize, guys. Maybe
number 6 was Chandler Christensen.
Oh, Chandler! We should make sense. The Christensen family. Yep. Absolutely.
Thanks, Chad Tishner.
Yeah, that's right. Now Bobby with the snap. Give to Branson up the middle. He'll cut back, keeps his feet. Bumbling, stumbling, falls across the first down. Another first down run for my man Jake Branson. Nice work. I think we've got Creed Kastner out there and possibly Blake Pickle as well. Love seeing all the kids out there getting experience. Jake will have a seat. Coming in will be Gilbert. 50 seconds. One more play for the Cashion Wildcats. I don't know if they'll take a knee or actually run it. We've got Gilbert joining Nabavi in the backfield. Gilbert's like, I'm going to get the ball. Snap, give to Gilbert. He'll run right side. He'll cut it up. He's met in the hole. He'll gain about 3 or 4 yards. Nice job by Gilbert. And with that, we see Coach Shackelford with his victory jog across midfield. He'll come over and give Coach Brock Wardlaw a well-deserved handshake. Again, this is a proud Minco football team. They're down, but they will be back. No doubt of it. They're young. But it was the Cashion Wildcats night tonight as they're able to put up a big win of 47-0, and they get the shutout tonight, 47-0 over a Minco Bulldogs team here. And out of district play to move to 3-0 on the season. Partner, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are, we came into this game thinking, they've got some big boys up front that could give our guys a little fit, up with their experience, our inexperience. They've got some seniors. We have some juniors that didn't get to play very much. And, you go in thinking they might have a chance to kind of give us a fit up front, put some pressure on Ben, or be able to run the ball and control the clock a little bit, and it just didn't happen.
Nope.
Other than the penalties, we pretty much did whatever we wanted.
We lost signal. Apologize about that. I think maybe Gage or Mark were like, hey, we're done. So we'll go ahead and click over to the in-house camera. I think that's a good summation. And, I think what was your prediction?
I had 42-13.
Okay. So certainly I think you had it right on the Cashion side. And certainly I think it was fair to say, hey, maybe we might give up a couple here and there. But with that, again, we'll take a victory 1-0. But ultimately, it was a nice night, a nice win for the Cashion Wildcats as they win big here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle. 47-0, where it was a night where it was done on the ground and through the air. Defense had a ton of turnovers. We had a lot of holding calls, probably a school record for penalties, but it doesn't matter. The team moves to 3-0, and we'll be moving on to face an extremely tough Thomas team, a team that has been picked in the top 4 in a lot of polls, most likely a key player in Class A next week back at home. We're going to go a quick timeout. We'll get my man Lane back here in here. Chris, you'll break it down. I'm going to get a couple quick pictures with my kids, and we'll close it down here on Cashion Wildcat TV. Again, thanks so much as the Cashion Wildcats move to 3-0 with a 47-0 victory over the Minco Bulldogs.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Have a pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems: spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat athletes.
All right, we're back here. Great win for the Cashion Wildcats. We're here with Lane and has some stats, and I just want to hear what you think about that second half. I know penalties again were a big part of this game, but it just didn't seem to bother Cashion Wildcats tonight.
Right, and you can see Shaq wearing some kids out over on the sidelines on some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and they'll clean that up. Cashion had, I believe, they had 24 first downs. They had 17 penalties. So that's something they're gonna really have to work on. I'm just shocked how average Minco is. No, I'm sure there's people from Minco listening, but I'm shocked with the skill positions. You know, they had some big kids up front that was okay, but they didn't have any kid that would just wow you. That Overton kid, number 3, could do some things, but he was just 1 against 11, and he was getting hammered. I mean, Jacob Farrell laid him out on one of them kickoffs. I don't know. I was kind of thought that this game would be a little bit better than what it was. You know, we talked about for 2 or 3 weeks how we're going to have 2 or 3 games here that was going to be legit games, and Minco proved that they weren't what they were supposed to be.
But the thing is, I mean, I think we're not the only ones that thought that. You know, there was a lot of people. I think they were ranked number 8 coming into the season, and I think they were as high as number 4 in a few of the polls.
Yeah, I saw them 5 in some places.
So I mean, it wasn't like we were the only ones that thought that. And to come out here tonight, like you said, just their skill positions, they didn't have the kids that were just standouts in more than one position, like you said, the Overton kid. But man, when you get hammered over and over and over, the kid kept getting up and had fight in him, and still made a few big plays. But it was a few big plays that weren't even that big. It was a 20-yard gain here, 20-yard gain there. There was never that big play.
And we got one more really big game coming up next week against Thomas, and we said 2 weeks ago that these two teams, Minco and Thomas, were legit, and we were wrong on Minco. Minco's just pretty pedestrian, but Thomas has seen some film on them. Man, they're big, and they've got athletes. They've got a quarterback. They're going to have some cats out there that can really, really play.
Yeah, definitely. I'd already kind of started watching some film on Thomas, and the big boy up front that is, I think, going to OSU, has already signed maybe with them, is a kid that is just going to kind of do what he wants, and you're going to have to game plan around that kid. And but the thing is, they have some players that you're going to have to make plays against. You're not just going to be able to find a soft spot in that football field. You're going to have to game plan, and things are going to have to work to plan.
I wish we could get I'd like to talk to Shaq about this. I wish that people could actually get in the locker room and see what Coach Shaq is all about. I mean, he had a great pregame speech about our country and about 9/11, and it was just it was awesome. And he's a great coach in the locker room. You can see him on the sidelines. It's like high school kid against sixth grade kid on coaching, really. And Wardlaw is a heck of a coach, but I mean, Shaq is doing some things that very few Class A schools do.
And the thing is, and I think Shaq would be the first one to tell you that the staff that he has around him really, boosts what he can bring to the table, because he's got these guys behind him that are just as smart or smarter than he is, lifting him up all the way through.
Right. And that's really kind of the progression of what Coach Shaq has done in the last 15 years. He was a great coach from really the time he started, but what he's got better at, he's gotten people around him that have some strength in him where he has some weaknesses, and that really helps. I mean, he's kind of the bad cop at times, and he's got a lot of good cops around him. And man, his kids play hard for him, and I was shocked that the game turned out as dominant as it did.
Yep. Let's go over some of the stats just on the offensive side of things. Just start out with Ben Harmon and kind of go over what he did this.
Ben was 21 of 30 for 349. His longest completion was 39 yards, and he had a variety of kids he threw the ball to. Braxton Green had 9 catches for 133 yards and touchdown. Mason Manning showed up big tonight, 11 catches for 119. Logan Lagasse, 3 catches for 66 yards. Nick DeBobby had that touchdown. He had 1 catch for 23, which is the touchdown. We had like 7 kids rush the ball tonight. Caden Harrell getting the most rushes with 10 carries for 80 yards. Jake Branson at the end kind of cleaned up. He played pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
He had 8 carries for 58 yards. Just all-around effort. If you look back at stats, just raw stats, we had 63 plays for 564 yards, 9 yards per carry per snap. They had 47 plays for 122.6. So they had, we outgained them 546 to 120. Most of the time you see where last week we had, they had 40 or 50 yards the first half, and then our scrubs come in and they keep their kids in, and then it gets up to where they got 200 or 300 yards.
Yep.
But it wasn't the case this week.
Well, I think Minco's coach kind of just saw the writing on the wall, and he threw his JV team out there to give them some experience on Friday night too, and it was our JV team competed or was better than they were, so we kind of kept it on that same trajectory, and kept going on the stats there. So we had 564 total yards. What did we have rushing wise for?
We had
Caden Harrell.
Caden Harrell had 80 yards rushing on 11 carries. We had 33 carries for 215, averaging like 6.5 yards a carry. Really, you really can't see a really dull spot tonight where we didn't. Where we needed to really get better. We were just pretty good on every
other
than
aspect of the game.
The
holdings and penalties.
Oh yeah, well we were
what
number
do we
one in
what
penalties.
do we wind up with penalties?
17 penalties for 185.
Wow.
I don't remember a time where we've had more penalties than that. And Shaq's going to be wearing them out. He was wearing a few kids out on the sidelines.
And that's what I was kind of telling Nima. Is at some point, you can say, man, they're calling every little thing, but I guarantee you our coaches aren't going to say the refs are making bad calls. They're going to go in the locker room and say, we're going to own this. We're going to learn from our mistakes. We're going to go watch film, see what we were doing, seeing why they were calling those holding calls, and let's learn from it and get better.
And it's so exciting to see these kids that go from freshman to sophomore, how they are growing up. That Brown kid played pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
Jake Branson is he a freshman?
Sophomore.
He's growing up too. You can see Jake has gotten a lot better in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So
I think he was injured that first game, so he didn't really get out there on the field any. But man, tonight going against that same age kids, I mean, he was just a standout. And then him, I want to see him by the time he's the senior and Max Brown are seniors. They're going to have a running back duo back there, or even, just be able to move them around the field.
Right.
And it's going to be just another attack that's just coming right in line behind these kids like Braxton once he's gone.
Right.
Well, heck, here comes Max, Jake Branson.
You get past Thomas. We played Tonkawa, and people were pretty high on Tonkawa, and they're getting beat by Perry tonight. I don't know for the final. It was 30-22. I think last time I saw. I mean, if you're getting beat by Perry, you're struggling. And so after the Thomas game, we get into our district play, and then it just kind of gets where you get some very average teams. So next week is a week you want to be out if you want to see some quality football on both sides, be well coached on both sides of the ball.
Definitely.
And Thomas is historically, they're up there with the programs like Clinton and Ada. Clinton, Ada, Thomas are your top three programs, in Oklahoma. I think they won 32 district championships in a row in the 50s through the 80s.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I mean, that Squirtle is made that their game of the week for a reason, because that's two big powerhouse teams coming together in the preseason, and it's just one of those things that it could be just a preview of what you're going to see later on, way down the line in the playoffs.
There's going to come a time we've beaten these people so badly. There's going to come a time when we're going to be average, and they're going to kick the crap out of us, and they're going to kick the crap out of us and leave their starters in. But we'll take our chances.
Yep, definitely. Well, do we want to take a little break here, get Nima in, kind of get our wrap up?
We'll close it up.
Let's close it up. All right, sounds good. Well, we will be taking off next week. Nima and I are going to get us a little break. Squirtle crew is going to come in and do the game of the week. I'm going to do a little tailgate action before the Thomas game. Gibson Legacy Insurance, come by and see me and get you a pork butt pulled sandwich. I think Lane, I'm going to have to get one of Lane's pigs out there and get that done for us. But it's going to be a great week. I'm excited for next week and just the build up to that big game. It's always a fun time whenever
I went through Thomas. I went through Thomas this last summer, and this kid I went through the quick stop, and the kid's like, "Hey, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Cashion." Like, "Man, we play you guys in September." He said the whole town's fired up about it. So they've been looking forward to this game for a while.
Heck yeah, and that's what I love about the small town, big game atmosphere, and it's going to be a fun night, and it's going to show us kind of where we're at against another really good team. So, well, with that, I guess player of the game. Who do we want to have player of the game? I have somebody in my mind who the player of the game was, and it's not an offensive player; it's the defensive side of the ball. Who do you?
Well, I think Ben Harmon played as well tonight as he's played in the last year and a half, in my opinion. He went through his progressions. He made the right reads. He threw an interception down there at the very end of the game that was a little bit suspect, but man, he played well, I thought.
Right, and I'm right there with you, but kind of a tone setter of this game, and a kid that had come in and just thumped people and made them think, wow, what are we doing here? It was Jacob Farrell tonight, and man, just the punishment he put some of those players through, just like we were talking about the Overton kid, how good of a little athlete he is, but man, with Jacob Farrell just laying the hammer down on him a few times, and the kid kept getting back up and wanting to make plays, but I guarantee he had that in the back of his head, and that right there, a kid like Jacob Farrell coming in and making hard hits and big tackles game in and game out. I think he
would put me in a coma. If he hit me that hard, I promise he'd put me in a coma. My head would come completely off.
So big game by Jacob Farrell on that defensive side of the ball, making big hits. I'm going to give him the player of the game tonight, and well-deserved. But like you said, Ben had a great game, and Coach Cochran, he told me before the game and said, if we're going to be successful, it's going to be on the shoulders of Ben tonight.
He told him in the locker room. He told Ben, he's like, go through your progressions, take your time. It's going to be all right. And that's what he did. He just sat back there and kind of took what they gave him, and
Yep.
and it turned out
And,
pretty
and
well.
give credit to those boys up front, that young line that didn't get much play time last year, coming in against a team with some big boys, and really gave Ben time to sit back there and make some plays. All right, thanks, Lane, for sitting in with us. I'm Chris Gibson for Lane Broadbent. Neiman and Bobby back here packing away so we can get to the house. Got to get up early. Maddox is over here with me, and he's got and Grayson's here.
Perry.
Got football game in Perry for the little ones tomorrow, and so we'll get packed up and get out of here. Great game tonight with our final score of 47-0. Cashion Wildcats with the big win over Minco Bulldogs. Thanks for watching from Cashion Wildcat TV. Have a good night and God bless.